stick in the memory, don't they? They were huge in 2017.
They were massive, weren't they? Yeah. It was really fabulous. So we were kind of, you know, ooh, okay, you like them. I think flowers. We never get tired of flowers. And last year, flower walls became massively popular, especially across the pond. So we were going big. And if you're like me, you are looking to get the best out of your investment. I just heard across the pond.
Sorry, you've got to
America. I will explore that. It's just that, you know.
Our Australian director. Across the pond.
Across the pond. Aves are talking in America.
Across the pond in Tasmania.
You know, it's like. I'm sure those of you out there got that, but you know, got to keep them on my ear happy too. Bless them. So yes, so it's about getting maximum return for an investment, because we're talking dies here, and then we're talking stamps later on, which I'll show you. But the point being, I wanted to give you the opportunity to make flowers, your own flowers, as big as you want. Go huge. Now, if you had a die as big as this one here, this one would be quite some money to create a die that big. Plus, you've only got that one die. Plus, you'd need 1, 2, 3 full flower dies. There would be a lot of expense there. But that's just one example of what we can do with that actual shaped petal. This is what you're getting if you get this heart-shaped flower, which, just mentioning, this was the busiest last show. Then you are getting the nested sizes within that, so you only pay for the one collection, and you get the different nest. Because if I could nest them inside there, I fit them in for you. That was definitely the. But so there's cards you can make. This could be a huge applique on a cushion. It could be patchwork, or you could do what Matt's got here and go for even wall art and something. I mean, how impactful is this?
Look at that.
Isn't that amazing? Ricole's one of our masterpieces. So if you're liking that texture on the background, just a heads up, texture gel, texture collection that we have on the show, gilding wax underneath, and cord. That's it. That's the rest of it. You've created that amazing artwork with cord that we have, that's been transformed with the creative flower dyes. So I think the best thing is to show you how they work. Do you think at the top of the show?
Because a lot of people that haven't seen the creative flower, you might be thinking, well, hang on, you know, that was a huge flower on the front of that card. This is huge as well. How does it work then? If it's not one big die, how does it work? Well, this is how.
This is it. I think because we've got so much on the show, and because we've got all of the dies on the show, the concept's exactly the same with all of the dies. So, but we're just choosing the one to explain it with. So this is the palm-shaped petal. The idea, when you're designing, you see, I wanted a petal, a nice pointy petal, because when you're creating flowers, when you're drawing flowers, you've thrown you twig on, you think, okay, that's very much like, that could be a daisy, that could be a gerbera, that could be a chrysanthemum, if it's layered up. It all depends on the colour and how many layers, and whether it's formed as in like scooping in or bending out. So but the blueprint shape of the petal's the same. So I've limited it to 6 shapes. You choose which one you want. Now what you get is the nested sizes inside. So you get 3 for that one. Let me show you how you put them together. Let's use the medium size, okay? Because you think that looks not too big, but wait till you see how big we can go. So this little bit here, what's that about then? I popped that on there because I've made many flowers in my time where I've made a petal shape and then I've had to put glue on the other bit of the petal shape, and it affects the shape of the petal. You're using real estate of your petal shape to put the glue on to attach them. So what I did was pop this little circle on, that's where you put your glue, and then if you want to make an evenly spaced flower, that makes it easier, because what you do is make a triangle, with your first 3 petals, and then all you do is fit these other 3 in the middle. Now, and then you haven't got round where you've stuck a lot of petals and gone, oh, I've got a bit missing, oh, it's gone a bit, like really packed in one bit and then a big space in the other, and you've got perfectly spaced out petals. That's what creative flower can do. Now let me show you how big it can go though. So that there is the medium, okay? We'll pop that to one side. This is the one we've just done, the medium size. This is a really funky, really in-your-face version. You can layer it up with a smaller one. You can pop a gem in the middle. That's that medium and small. This here is the medium, making it look more natural, depending on how you colour it and how you stamp it. Yeah. But look at how big this one is here. This is the huge. This is the mothership. Yeah. Mothership. If you've seen a certain, you know, like film where there's the big mothership at the end and the smaller ones, and there's a hand signal thing, and sadly I know the hand signal.
You do?
Yeah, I do. If you don't, have you no idea what I'm talking about, just let it go and go to a safe place. So then we'll pop that in there, and then you've got, look how, I mean, you can go completely fantasy with this. This is where you can make it whatever you want, and we're going to go through that through the show, give you hopefully as much inspiration as possible. That's just the stamps we've talked about, sorry, the dies we've talked about so far, but the stamps to bring into the mix, and I'll show you that once Matt has helped you decide what shape you want.
Yeah, because there's the concept. Dawn Beebe wants her gems back, by the way.
Yeah, she gave me them.
No, she did. She did. That's not what she said on the phone earlier, but yeah, no. She's live on the TV now. No, just kidding. So that's the concept, and that's how it works, but there are different petals to work with to make different flowers.
Absolutely.
And you get a different effect with each one. The difficult bit is working out which ones to get, so let's help you with that now. So the heart comes with the palm that we've just used, and the palm design, nearly half the stock's already gone of that pair. The palm design is the one that we've just used. You've got the matching stamps that go with it. At the moment, so you've got the 2 dies and the 2 stamps. The really cool way that this works out is the die, one of the dies is $14.99, but for another $9.97 you'll get the 2 stamp sets and the other die. So that's incredible value. We're saving £17 here in getting. Oh, and really importantly, when we come back and chat, I can say that this is a mixed media style die, which is going to go through mixed materials, therefore. So because it's heavier, it's weightier. In terms of that cutting edge that goes in, so you can cut through balsa wood, you can cut through felt, you can cut through cotton if you wanted to. You know, if you can see the shape and you want that shape in a certain material, it'll work. Leather and faux leather, pop it through your Gemini and it should go through. Craft metal as well. Now this is a different set to the one I've just spoken about. That's the one that we just saw and demonstrated with. This is the leaf petal, which is so lovely. It's very whimsical, very delicate, but also useful obviously for leaves too. But look at how lovely it looks on the packaging for that delicate leaf design. And then if I can just slot this card in, I can show you, it's just that edge to it. It's just that lovely sort of deckled edge that just gives you that softer tone, rather than the big, bold, strong edge to the petals. Just gives that slightly more vulnerable, wispy look. That's the leaf petal. Really useful because you've got your additional leaves that you can pop behind with your flowers, if you're to use the leaves just on their own with any of the other flowers. And the fan design, are you into your Art Deco, your Art Nouveau as well? If so, that's the one that you should be so pleased to get hold of. This will be a very popular bundle for those reasons. The leaf petal, because it's pretty and you've got your leaves, and then the fan, if, as I know you well enough, you're just like me, a lot of people love the Art Deco currently. There is the fan in a really nice, well, it's not geometric, but it's that perfect circle that you can create using, very important to look at this actually, you can see the small, the medium and the large dies, so they're all in there. Imagine if that was one die to cut that whole outline, the size of the die that you'd need, and then that really cool, in this case it's embossed, that Art Deco style around on the corners too. The stamps themselves are much bigger than the packaging suggests, because you've got your L shape there for all your names and details and barcodes and stuff, but if I just drop that in for the leaves, you can see that they fill the entire A6 rather, grey rubber stamp. Ready to mount on your rocker blocks, ready to go, and in vulcanised high temperature formed grey rubber, good for your stamping into as well, if you're using your embossing powders and hotter techniques. Nearly a third of the stock gone on that today. We've only had one live hour today, and already a third of the stock gone, so there's a huge 061078 to order now with a big saving of £17. Remember what we said, it's one die set is $14.99, and then it's another $9.97 to get the other die set and the 2 stamp sets. It's a really good offer. So the one we've been demonstrating is the palm design. That comes with the heart petals. The one that you just saw was the fan and the leaves. The other big bundle that you kind of need to be aware of is the one that we've just used, and I can do this really quickly actually, because because we've demonstrated with it. Nearly 60% gone now. We've seen it more, you know, more people have had eyes on it, therefore it's perhaps more busy for that reason. Nearly 60% gone. So this is the palm design and the palm stamp set, just there, and you can add all your texture to the palm petals and everything. And then here is the heart design as well, so you've got your heart stamps then that work with your heart petals, and your hearts are exactly that. They cut out a lovely heart shape. These are mixed media, so imagine cutting through balsa wood, imagine cutting through craft magnet, craft metal, you know, lots of different ways to use them. But check this out. Let's go completely off script with our palm petal and show just a really funny, humorous card. You know, you just got, it doesn't have to be petals, it doesn't have to be flowers, but would you believe that that's the same die that's created this card? It's really good fun, isn't it? Really, really good fun. So yeah, that's the palm. Oh, and the other thing is, we spotted this earlier, it's well worth making the point again, rather than just doing the top-down full flower, you can do side view as well. Just use one or two of the petals to overlay, and you can make a really, really nice side view profile of your flowers there also. Yes, they stamp well and emboss well, as you can see here on this card. And then for your big design, you can see here, if you're using all three dies, that's all three hearts, that's the small, medium and the large. This is from a different set that you need to add to your order today. I'm sorry, but it's a requirement today, we reckon. That die there that has created that centre, that has sold out singly. It's gone. I think it was your fantastic centres or your, I can't remember the exact name, sensational centres, that was it. I nearly got there, but that sensational centres sold out on its own, but we'll get there. This is the heart and the palm set now. You get the stamps and the dies in the set, and it is 690739 to order now. The other set with your fabulous centres is in here. That's your centres die. We're already busy for this. That die there is sold out on its own, and you get two mixed media dies in there to create your lovely sensational centres, it's called. It also comes in this set with the balloon petal, which is this lovely fulsome Lizzie rounded petal there, totally different to that whimsical leaf design, and then the pointed petal to create your other more pointed flowers designs. Up at here you've got your texture stamps as well for going mixed media and kind of grungy with your foregrounds and backgrounds. Very, very useful indeed. Plus they come with in this whole set too. Yeah, let's show really quickly, because I've got one more set to show, is that big sort of lovely, the movement. You can imagine the floppiness, the gentleness to the flower here, just for those bigger petals. But have a look with different materials and getting different surface designs on them, how well that works. That's the balloon petal, the big rounded balloon petal, and then that's the pointed petal, creating that almost like a daffodil design on that style. If you want to use your balloon petals to create actual balloons, go for it. You know, you can do. So you've got hot air balloon design here potentially as well. $35.95 plus delivery gets you all three die sets, and that's 6 dies in your flowers, and then another 2 in your centres there, plus the stamps. Saving £20, it's 262107. If you're into mixed media, yes, those texture stamps are brilliant, but we've also got some texture dies on the show. We're already busy over here, and we've had queues on the phone the entire time, so apologies if you've had trouble getting through, but definitely if you're into mixed media, if you're perhaps not taken by your florals, you just want to create really nice grungy textured mixed media backgrounds and foreground detail, then these are going to be brilliant. You've got your going in spirals circle. I'll show you that in a second. Let me just turn this around first. That's what a mesh. I love saying that, what a mesh. Yeah, are you having a nice day? Oh, what a mesh, it's just all going wrong. So that's what a mesh. And then you've got going in spirals. Down below that, remember these are mixed media weight dies, so if you want to try going through different materials, you can, with your Gemini, of course. The cool corrosion is one of our favourites. Have a look at the metal style on that. And then the geometric style that you're getting with the geometric cutout is just there like so. Let's show a couple of cards. to show these on. There's the geometric there, cutting your more angular designs. We thought that might quite work well with like pipe work and things, steampunky pipe work and stuff. Going in spirals was on this card here with your bloom, and then here again is your that's the corrosion one there, with your sort of detail running along it, and then what a mesh is more of a haphazard. Here it is. What a mesh cuts it out. So it's over the top of your geometric cutouts, the silver gilding wax on there. That's your what a mesh design on there like that. And then going in spirals is creating that swirling design here, here and here, but also lifting your card a bit on there too. You can have them sort of popping out. Keep them flat as well. Half the stock's gone on this set. It has been very, very popular indeed because it's a lovely add it to your order with your flowers. They're big dies, they're mixed media weight dies, so they go through mixed materials potentially, despite the detail. But then also, if you're not into your florals, but you just love your grungy, adding your texture to your projects, then it's the perfect set to go for. Now, have I got a 5-star review on the website? No, never. But we've got a textured collection here with a 5-star review. Just, I think it's like 4 3/4 stars. Then there's the stencil collection. You get all 8 stencils. That is a full 5 stars from all the 8 reviews. That's lovely. The Queen of Messy Crafting, Sheena Douglas, has been hard at work and developed a new line of stencils which coordinate perfectly with her new... Oh, we'll read it later. Do you want to have a look at the reviews?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's have a look at a few reviews.
I'm a bit scared, but okay.
Yeah, I know, you never know. Because it might be 5 stars, but it might say, I really am fabulous, added to my collection of Sheena's stencils. Brilliant stencils, terrific designs. Love Sheena's products, just a shame. The delivery time was like, oh, goodness me. I think that must have been a busy day, March the 17th, but hey-ho. But who knows? Somebody's long is somebody else's short. That could have been 2 days when they were expecting 1. Who knows?
Yeah, you never know.
But that's our reviews. They are in there. They're in the public domain. You can read every review on our website. There's absolutely nothing to hide there. So have a look, hochanda.com. You can read any review on any product on our website at any time, and they are genuine from the heart from real customers. So it is warts and all. It's all good. Yeah, going back to our lovely pastel designs with the creative flower.
Yes. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take you through the story of the hearts and palm petals.
Yes.
But remember, the concept's exactly the same whichever pair you choose. If you want a great starter set, the pointy petal and the balloon petal is also a great one. They would be my first ones I would absolutely recommend people to go for, because you make so many flowers with these. Yeah, but back to this one, this palm, which is a super pointy, triple petal in one, yeah? What we're going to show you now is how to add the context via the rubber stamps, okay? So we can change the look of this die, which is where most of the cost is in your dies. That's where, you know, the investment is, with the addition of a rubber stamp. So let me show you a different technique that we did last show. So we have always with your perfect partners, you always cut your card out first and take it to your die. And so what I'm doing here is I've inked up with some Versamark, so it's just clear embossing ink, and I'm taking my palm-shaped petal here, and I've got it in black this time, and I'm just popping it onto that inked up stamp. Now, with Perfect Partners again, as long as you keep one hand down all the time and then just go over and press to transfer the ink, it should all be good. And then we lift it up, and there, indeed, it is good. So we'll pop that there. I'm going to put some embossing powder on here, and then actually some gilded mask to kind of give the game away. It would be a rubbish joke, wouldn't it? I'd tell you the punchline before I told you the rest. Oh, yeah, no, what am I like? So, right, so we'll pop that there, and I'll pop this back into this little container, and we're going to emboss this. And it's another look. There's some fabulous. I should mention, I could not bring all of the samples for both of these collections because you've got the whole of the Creative Flower, the 2 releases here.
Yeah, we're very lucky.
Unless I had a big Arctic or something. Yeah. And I haven't. I've got a decent sized car, which was absolutely full with the boot and the back seat. But any more than that was a challenge. So there are more samples, more amazing things for you to see for inspiration online. Okay. As always with my team. It's all about the education and the helping you out there. So what we've got is a fabulous triple leaf there. Look at that. How geometric is that? Now, quick thing to make that look even more super blingy is take your gilding wax, yeah, and pop a little bit on top of embossed an embossing powder, goes even more shiny. So what I'm going to do is I'm using this King Gold here just onto my leaf like this, and then when that dries I'm going to polish it and it's going to be super shiny. But can you see it's got a different look than if it was just embossing powder? That there, imagine that. There's some fabulous samples, and there's the one out there and I don't know where it is. I think it might be at the very end of the counter, and it's a big huge flower that has been done exactly with this technique. It's black and it's shiny and it's absolutely gorgeous. Yes, we have located it.
I think
yes, brilliant. It's great because, like I was saying, there's this is what the range that almost rendered me speechless, because the challenge is giving you even a start of all the inspiration you can do with this product, because there's just so much you can do. So look at how fabulous those petals are. That's exactly the same technique there. If you're liking the texture in the background, they're the folders. So you can see how everything works together because it's all designed to go together. So if you do like that look, that's what you do. That's how you do it. We're not going to make full flowers. We're going to give you as much inspiration as possible in the time we've got. So I think that's the best way to use the time. So then if I hold this up now, you can see I've polished it a little bit. The longer you leave it, the better it's going to be. But you can see it's already super shiny. Isn't that cool? So that's one version of that petal you can do. And obviously shape it. When you shape it, you get the light on it and you get the reflection even more. Okay, so that's the first one. Next one, let me show you how we can make a more natural looking petal. Yeah, so there's a different stamp to give you that effect, and where any of the shapes, I've always tried to include a natural veined petal. So it looks, if you like to form flowers like, you know, like tissue flowers and things, and paper flowers with copy paper, which looks amazing, you can do that and make them look realistic as well, not just fantasy flowers. So again, same thing, I've got that there, and I'm going to bring in my paints, and I'm going to bring in the Pibio. I'm speaking like our director here.
Pibio. It's a Pibio, please.
Pibio paint, mate.
It's a Pibio.
Oh, now he's understanding me. It's Pibio paint.
One day, Ethan, you'll meet Ethan live on air one of these days. But,
oh, the grief I get from Ethan, so he's due it back. I'm just saying.
I've never seen him on.
There you go. So it's amazing paint. This is top notch. It's acrylic paint, right? This is why you get big tubes. So this is not just for cards and paper crafting. This is going to go onto furniture, onto your upcycling. You know, if you've got to transform a dresser, if you want to make canvas art like Nicole's did, you can absolutely just go crazy with this. And we've got different collections that we can show you. But it's the same. It's all the same formulation. It's but you know what? It dries to a lovely matte finish as well. So let me show you how cool this is as well. So so what I'm doing is I'm taking a flat brush and I'm painting like this onto the stamp. Okay, just paint with the brush. Flat brush is definitely the way to go for this. Then take your petal, pop it on there. See the way I turned it around there, just so that it was easier to manage. Yeah. It doesn't matter about the back of it at the minute and how much paint I've got all over my hands, which it already has. Oh, we've got a gold nail there. That's pretty cool. Oh, I've got a song for every occasion in my head, Mad. Don't worry. And then look at how fab that is.
That's amazing.
Isn't that cool?
I love this demonstration.
So what we'll do then? This is the same paint. So you know, you may not have loads of stamps. You may think, well, you know, I haven't invested in a lot of inks or whatever yet. But you invested in the Pebble paint. And it may be that it's going onto something that you don't want it to fade, whereas a dye-based ink would fade, whereas pigment-based inks don't. So what we're going to do...
where that piece of art's going to be, if it's going to be in a drawer safely away, or if it's going to be out on display, go with the paints, you know,
so now, Matt, if you want to colour this, and you want to colour it so that it's effective, but you can still see the veins. All you do is you water down your paint and paint it over the top, and then it looks much more natural, like a flower, because I wanted the veins to look like it was just darker, you know, more realistic into the flower. And doesn't that look effective?
Yeah, well, thanks to that line art that you've given us.
And look at how little I used. So I'm going to dry this, and then I'm going to show you another little trick when I'm drying this.
Yeah, sorry. So that's like this is you now. You know, it's like do something. Like, oh, that's nice. So yeah, going through the paint options. Just to show I have been listening. Peacock, vintage florals, and hot and spicy. But we'll go through them a bit slower now. So peacock on the top row. Now earlier on we were loving the vintage florals, which is on the middle row. But this hour we're liking the peacocks a lot. We're liking the peacock. So £10 off on the peacocks, and you're getting so many of these lovely colours chosen by Sheena to work together. And if I lift them up, you'll see more than just the packaging. So you can see there, you've got a bit of the lavender, a little bit more of the turquoise here, matte turquoise, and then just in front of that, aqua green there. So you've got your minty colour, and then I think my personal favourite, it's a little bit like a peridot. Matte bright green. There we are. Text in if your surname is Green, your middle name is Bright, and you happen to be called Matthew. Matte bright green there. So you've got the top row, that's peacock. Different item numbers for all of these, but you're saving £10 on all of them. Vintage florals on the next line down. You can see again you've got that mixture of lovely flower-like colours, but they're softer, they're more delicate. So think vintage florals on your pens, and then these are similar to that, your sparkle pens, but vintage colours, with your sagey green, your lovely lilac there, coming in with slightly deeper purple, and then last but not least, you've got for your vintage florals, wonderful rose pink there, as your final one. Just below that, you've got hot and spicy. All right. Here, hot and spicy, going for a little bit more of a sort of, if you're going for marigolds, maybe yellows and oranges. You've got very usable sort of chocolatey colour there, coffee colour. Just next to that, you've got a warm golden, almost like a terracotta, and then in come the reds as well here, and your lovely mustardy yellow, and just after that, you've got your brighter lemon yellow. So that's the hot and spicy section. So yeah, £19.99 plus delivery for the hot and spicy. It's 116437. How do you like your curries? Hot and spicy. How do you like your paints? Hot and spicy. That's the one to go for. Don't know where that came from. So yeah, your auxiliary mediums. These have been really busy today. How do you like your mediums? Auxiliary. So yeah, you've got your image transfer there. You've got your sand texture paste here, and then you've got your well, you'll probably see all of these in action actually, but amazingly it's lighter there. It's the relief there, which is really light, the concrete relief. It's like a super lightweight, so if you're putting that onto cards, it'll be really useful. So your 3 mediums are £9.97 plus delivery, saving £5. Sheena, I know these have been justifiably very
well. Can I just check, because I was going to do this a bit later, but I'm a little bit worried. How many have gone of those ones?
Yeah, over three quarters. Stock,
okay, yeah. Well, I'm not stupid. I'm going to show you now, because I'm thinking there's not going to be any. Yeah, I may as well show you, and then you're going to want them. Right. So there's the 3 mediums, as Matt mentioned. We'll get them over here. So the first one is the gloss image transfer. This is fabulous stuff. If you want to put a picture onto fabric, onto canvas, onto tin, onto any surface, onto MDF, this allows you to do that. You get a photocopy, colour photocopy, black and white photocopy of any picture, and it transfers it for you. It looks amazing. This is what one of our producers, Connie, did for our sister's wedding. She put them on the table with old photos of her sister and a brother-in-law, and the pretty little shabby chic floral arrangements in them. It looks fabulous. So that's the image transfer. Not going to demonstrate that, but no, it's brilliant. Okay, the stuff online.
So cool,
the next thing is a sand paste relief. Okay, this one is, I'm going to show you the texture of it. This here is what the sand paste gives you. That is a rough kind of like, it is a sand, but it's much finer sand than some of the ones you might have used before. So for card making and for more detailed stenciling, that's perfect, because not big chunky shards. Like when we use finer glitter, you get more detail in your embossing powder.
You said earlier about the rusting technique.
And rusting technique. If you want to do verdigris and things, see, like here, if you want to make this look rusty up here, see, there you go, you put that on first and then you colour it. Now the other one is your concrete relief. This is really dimensional. This was the leaf I stenciled previous show, and I put it on really thick, and it dried in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It dries so quickly. But the fabulous thing about this, well, it's all fabulous, but the super fabulous thing is this one's got some weight to it, the sand.
Yeah. this
one is like a tube of that, you know, that marshmallow fluff you get, you know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
You nearly lost me for the rest of the show then, but I'm back.
Go on.
But it's super light. It's really light. So if you want to use it on your cards, you're not going to add any weight for postage and things. Yeah. So let me show you what they look like.
They're going fast, approaching 85%.
If you want to apply the sand, for example, the sand one, which was that one there, Matt, thank you. You could just take a little bit on your finger like that. It's a little bit like this, and then stipple like this, just pop it on. So if this was going to be verdigris underneath, or rust, and you want to create a really cool rust background with the Pebeo paints, go for the oranges and the reds to go over the top. You put that on first in random places, not nice and symmetrical. You need to just pat it on there like that, and different levels, different looks. See, let it dry. That's already drying up. That's dried on my fingers already. It dries super quick, and then you colour it. Now this is a little sample swatch I did earlier. We've got the sand here, and we've got the leaf here. Now I've only got this set of paints just for space. I'm using the vintage florals. Yeah. So let me show you how cool this looks. Now you can actually use a sponge to put this on.
We had a feeling these might sell out this hour. We did ask behind the scenes. We said, look, is there any way of maybe finding any more from somewhere so we can go extended delivery or something? But the answer was no. So they're now limited stock, and that's it, unfortunately. So go for them as soon as you can.
Yeah, I knew that you would. This is why I wanted to get them to show you, so that you know exactly what they are and how super cool they are. Absolutely super cool. So it's given me a good opportunity though to show you the paints as well. Great techniques if you use wet into wet like this with the paint. So pop the acrylic on there, and then drag another colour through it. It looks really funky because these sets have been put together. I was talking about, you know, if you do mixed media, and sometimes, you know, you'll hear that you can just throw anything in it and it works. I'll be honest, I don't believe you can with the mixed media. I think you can throw anything with anything and get great texture, but I think you can absolutely kill an amazing concept with really bad colour. Okay. Because if you put colour on there that looks ugly and clashes, that won't go with anyone's interior, you won't sell it. I know that because when I was 19, I was lucky enough to live in California. I met someone who had an art gallery, and designers would travel from the East Coast to the West Coast to buy things that were going in posh houses, really big, expensive houses. But what they were looking at more than anything was the colour. Right. Would it fit in their environment? So this is where you really to think of that. You could be doing something amazing and think, why is that not gone? Look at the popular colours that people are using. Look at things and get colour combinations that work together. This is where these sets have been put together.
Well, Sheena, that's handy, because you have put together sets. We've got Peacock, different item numbers for these. Peacock, vintage florals, hot and spicy on the 3 options on the Pebeo paints. They're saving £10 on them as well. Now, just while we're drying, the mediums have technically sold out, which means all stock is allocated. So do check out of your basket as soon as you can. That is it. Yeah, they've gone. 897801 was the item number. If you want to check those out as soon as you can, don't miss out. Sheena, I'll just see you in a minute. I'll just show the set that really just to help you make your mind up on the sets of dyes. And show a couple of samples as well from the different cards that we've made, and the different things from the design team. They're absolutely lovely. So yeah, the heart here and the palm for the creative flowers, and that's what we're doing today. If you've just joined us thinking, oh, Pebeo paints, Sheena, what's going on? It's the Creative Flower Show, where we've got the 2 big launches from 2017 in one show today, and we're approaching 2/3 of the stock gone here on this set. Honestly, 2 of the biggest shows of last year were the Creative Flower shows with Sheena. The heart design is so clever. They're mixed media dyes. They're heavyweight dyes that will go through mixed materials for you. So you cut through maybe felt, fabric, cotton, whatever it might be. And if you can see the outline there, if you don't want to use it as a flower but want to cut it in like Hessian or any other material like foam maybe, then do. You know, don't let anything stop you. However, if you are cutting card and then working them as a flower, then this is the sort of big thing that you can create. And imagine a die that big. You know, that's what you'd need, an outside cutting edge, and you'd need all all the inside areas rather cleverly. Even though dyes are still expensive, you can still keep the cost down as much as you can by minimising the amount of metal that you've got in them. So that die, instead of being, I don't know, lots of money, it's £14.99 for that die set that you're looking at there, with the small, the medium and the large on the heart. However, for a further £9.97 on top of that £14.99 plus £9.97 gets you the whole set, nearly. So yeah, the rest of the cards, I think I've got a couple of heart designs here for you, just because the palm is what we designed or used in the first place. But there's one heart design, and oh, hang on a minute, I'll just let you see that. See, it embosses really, really well. And there's another example with the heart, which is very, very quickly. There's the palm, but from the side view, just using a few of the petals instead of all of them. If you were to use all of the palm petals, that's what you'd see. 690739 to order. And flowers, whether it's making a centrepiece, whether it's dressing up maybe the front of a card or whatever it might be, home decor wise, you know, flowers are always going to sell if you're making to sell or making for friends and family. They're a big choice to go for. You get the whole set there for £24.96, and then you've got the over this way, you've got the fan and the leaf design. This is the leaf petal, and then that's the fan there. The fan makes this gorgeously, unashamedly Art Deco sort of shape that you can see there, and that stamps the detail onto the die cut, the die cut being that same shape. And then you can make things like this card here, or with that massively Art Deco stamp that you're getting, this sort of corner stamp down here, that stamp is then on the four corners of this card. So that's the fan design, but you don't need to go massive. Can I show you this one as well, which is sort of a big canvas? I'll just drop it in, I'll just swap places, I'll just go there for you, because you know, you can add dimension. You can use the big fan and the smaller ones to do that, and then we might just go this way, just so that it's properly represented on the telly, as in the right way up. And then there, look, I mean, you know, just using them as toppers, just as a little corner embellishment, and then just little sections of one down here to make a fan-like bow, or as an actual fan. Look at this. How cool is that? So, you know, get the gilding waxes out, get the emboss folders out, get the embossing powders out as well, as have been done with these. That's been embossed using the powders for you. And it's a really, really saleable piece of home decor. It's 061078 to get the fan design, but also the leaf petal design that we can show you in more detail a bit later on, maybe. But to get both sets, this is an amazing offer, absolutely amazing offer. The textures collection is also there while we wend our way back to Sheena. It's £24.96 for the textures collection. They are heavyweight mixed media style dies that, with your Gemini, will cut different types of material. Plus, in a show sort of, you know, geared towards the flowers and creative flower, they're nothing to do with flowers. They work really well with your flowers, but you don't have to use them with your flowers. If you're into mixed media and grunge and creating a bit of a backdrop, they're really cool. £19 off as well, means it's a good day to get them. 467796. And then there's also the stencils, isn't there, Sheena? We've got the stencils for you.
We've got so much to challenge, getting and really showing you all this stuff. Yeah. What I would say is have a look online as well, because, you know, we're fitting as much as we can into these shows, but there is a massive wealth of inspiration from the team online for you to see as well. So, you know, it's not just about, there it is, get on with it. So we're there for you.
That helps more the inspiration and stuff. There's 8 stencils there, and they're saving £18 today, £29.92 gets you all 8, and it's 543781.
And 5-star reviews, can I just say?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we read them. We read them
true,
before your very eyes. Hello.
We did. We saw the 5-star reviews there.
Right, and Matt. So, you know, when we're talking about this, we left. We know we parked the flower we're working on, but I really want to show you that texture piece. But I knew I had a reason why. So now, here is where we left it. We left that little pretty stamped with the paint, with any. So obviously, this is going to work with any of the sets you choose. Whichever set you choose for your Pebble paints works great. But then a wash of the same paint over. But what about if you want it to be sparkly and blingy? We can do that too, because these paints are a matte finish. So all you do is get your clear overlay and just paint it on, and when it dries, it's like bling-tastic. Look how pretty. Isn't that amazing? So that, again, is just showing you how buying the right products, getting the right core product will save you money in the long run. Right, now how we're going to put these together, I will show you. We've got, let me wipe that up there. So this is, again, back to that. Right, notice I've got more space here with the flowers. What I've done is I've snipped in just a tiny little bit more, just to make it look even more like separate petals. Because remember, I was cheating. I didn't want to have to cut lots and lots of single separate petals there. I wanted it to look like the quickest way of doing them. So make a little triangle, yeah? Then fill in the gaps, like this. Thus, there you go. And then you get a nice, of course, imagine if it was glued. Oh, it was all going well to the last bit. No, but it looks close enough. We're getting there. And then you can just pop some bling in the middle, and then you've got a really cool for a wedding card, for wedding decorations, or for whatever. Right, but you may want to go for a more natural look. So we'll pop that to one side. Exactly the same dyes, exactly the same. Oh, I don't know if there are any sensational centres left.
Singly, they have sold out, but they're in the bundles. So they're in the balloon and
fabulous.
pointed
So they're still
petal
available.
sets.
They sold out every time we've had them. We just can't keep them in.
Popular.
And this, again, more natural-looking daisy kind of shape petal.
So those sensational centre, that sensational centre there, that's in the bundle on the left-hand side of your screen there now. And you get two of them.
Also a sensational centre. These are in that bundle. They're not, they're very, they look, when you haven't moved them or bent them or doubled them up, for example, they look much more retro, like a 60s. Look at that. That looks so retro. I love that. Really, so like imagine, here's the thing. I've got a leather bag, a nice leather bag, and it's got appliqué leather flowers on it. And people are always asking me, did I make it? No, I bought it. So on my posh ones. But you know what? Wish I'd made it. I'm going to make it in future. Because what I'm going to do, I'm going to start cutting. I'm going to cut the leaves out, for example, and make some cool, you know, appliqué on that, because you can cut real leather, good weight real leather with these dyes. That's tough leather. That is really, I mean, and if you remember, if it's a Gemini, you can pop the metal plate in if you want a little bit more pressure. But that's what these dyes were designed to cut, thick coated cord. This is 8 sheets of a good heavyweight cotton that they've cut through. So core shapes for your appliques. Oh, yeah, you can cut grunge board, mount board, whatever with these. So this is where your money, you got your money back for when you're doing these fabulous mixed media wall art, for example.
Is that something you were very, very keen to have then, when you designed these dyes? You thought, I could just make them the thin metal dyes for paper and card, but I want these to be mixed media.
Definitely, because they lend themselves. I've been going to do it, Matt. This one here, with an overlapped leather, would look, this size here would make an amazing leather bracelet. So you can buy, I bought a bag of scrap leather online, which was really inexpensive, and you can just multi-cut and then pop a little punch in and make a really cool bracelets and things with these. So if you want to sell stuff, this is where you can start, you know, getting not just wall art or canvases or applique for fabric or patchworking. You can actually make jewellery and things, and I would encourage it. They're just the work, the building blocks, and the tools that you're just going to use time and time again.
Bottom of the screen for these two, and it's the fan that I'm holding here, and the leaf petal here. The bottom of the screen for those, and then on the left-hand side of the screen you've got your balloon and pointed petals as well. That's where you get the centres, the sensational centres.
So we mentioned earlier, we'd give you a brief look at the start of the show about all the different ways you could go with these flowers. We can go complete fantasy. We can have something like huge, big, and it just, you know what, there's so many combinations. I would say make some flowers, make some prototypes, and then keep swapping them around, matching, swapping them out. You can just keep, like I said, keep going, and it depends on how big, how small, or whatever you want to do with them. Shall I show you the, shall we look at also the heart petals as well, Martin, as this comes with this bundle? Shall we do that with them? Because I have some cool samples.
Definitely, the heart is
with them
so
as well.
popular today, so busy at the moment.
So we'll bring that one in. So now, so here we go. That's huge. That there. Imagine that on a. In fact, I don't have to imagine. I've got them on the cushions. My team made fabulous, big, huge cushions. But like I say, without having invested in the Arctic, I had to make do with my car.
You can't bring everything.
I couldn't. So then you can go and you can layer them up again. So this is the cool flower, pretty flower in its own right. A little bit of a nice peachy colour. But if you want to layer them, then you get a different look again. Now you could swap and match. You could layer them, and you could pop in this in the middle, it doesn't have to be just the one flower. You can mix and match whichever you want.
And quite handy, you chose one that's in the same bundle as well. That's the palm. That's the palm that we just took off, and that's the heart.
But notice I've added another layer there, so it's your call how much you want to lay them up. This one here is super cool. I love this one. We'll pop those there. This one is.
Oh yes,
you see how blingy this was?
Yeah, shiny.
So this is one. If you look at the Pebeo paints, next time they come in, if there's the pearl and the I think it's the black metallic, that's what you're going to get with that. But look at how cool this looks. So. Completely different look. If you want, now the other thing is, if you look at now, so this you're getting this in the same bundle. There's the middle sample of the size, the nested palms, but don't think of it as a petal. Think of it as 3 leaves behind that there. And then you can pop, smaller leaves and things around it. These can just then become leaves, but you can snip them so that you get them smaller as well.
I think you might have helped us make up our mind, because we get the leaf in with the fan, which is brilliant. So that's where we get the classic leaf and the leaf stamps as well. So that's perfect for the leaf. But if you're struggling, you're thinking, oh gosh, which one do I go for? I really want the leaf, but I love the heart. Get the heart and use the palm as a leaf style, but just tuck it behind. That's good advice.
With the stamp you get that leaf shape as well. I don't know where I put them. There it is. Look, see there. You've got 3 leaves. Those are actually leaf shapes.
Of course. So
if I get my scissors, look, all you need to do is, if I want just that one leaf, we'll just do that.
You've got it.
And there you've got a leaf, and that can go behind. Let me find a flower that week, a smaller one. Bear with, please. I'm looking. I'm seeking.
What could you use?
I'm seeking. There you go. I've got one. So if you want a pretty single couple of leaves, say you want to use that, and you don't want to waste this one, we can cut that there.
Potentially try and use both of those. Actually,
oh yeah, I wouldn't waste them. Look, if you pop that like that, you've got 2 leaves there. Got that? Yeah. And then you've got your other one down here. And all I've done is use this and just snipped a tiny little bit. But you can see how, if you want to have the satisfaction of building your own flower, building it from a component block, you can just go anywhere with these.
So you've got your leaf petal with the bundle with the fan, but that is your palm petal snipped into 3 using the leaf stamp, making a leaf. So either way, you've got it made.
Shall we show the leaves now?
Oh, should we do it?
Shall we show the leaves? Right, so you know what you've got, because I've got all this ready. I can't possibly stamp and put it together, but I've got stuff ready. So here's a good thing. Right, the leaves, now not just as leaves, you can make them into flowers. This was the one I started. It was going to be a poinsettia. Now I know we've just passed Christmas, but you know what? It comes around every year.
It does indeed.
And if you've got this, you can do that. Now this here, poinsettias are actually just red leaves, aren't they? So you've got the perfect leaf shape. So imagine that in a deep red card. Don't even have to colour it. Stamp it with a corresponding stamp, and you've got a fabulous flower there. But you've also got great leaves, so to go behind the other flowers. So let's bring that daisy back in. Let's say that one. See, you've got the actual natural leaves to go behind your flowers. Even the huge ones can go behind the other wall lot that you've got. I mean, there's just a wealth of things to play with. Let me show you the fans, though. I love the fans. The fans look amazing because I had such fun playing with these ones. Background, right? With the fan, you get the corner. This
great stamp.
Classic deco corner. That is as Art Deco as you're going to get there. So that's how I designed it, because I thought the fans look very Art Deco. Now you can make a fan flower exactly as we said. You can just pop them round like this and make a cool flower. We can we'll pop a different one in between, so you can imagine how we can make a really big, cool, funky flower,
Nice.
We can put some more in between. You could go with the smaller petals in between if you want, not the big one, instead of those bigger. But what looks really cool is this one. I had fun making verdigris and showing with the Pebeo paints. If you like this rust colour, go for the hot and spicy set, okay? Hot and spicy. If you want to make verdigris, go for the peacock. That's what I use there, okay? Peacock set, hot and spicy.
Okay. Peacock's still the most popular. It's on the top row if you see it there. Peacock, vintage florals, and then hot and spicy in the front here.
So if we go around like this, Matt, you can see here we have got, so what I wanted was, I like mixing looks up. It's a fan. It's very, it's kind of old school and usually quite delicate florally things. But I thought, what about if you have a steampunk metal looking fan? That looks like, metal. So that's why I was playing around with it. And I thought, that looks pretty cool. And that there is There's
the centerpiece, the finisher.
Fab look, isn't it? Again, so you've got the background, you've got the fan, you've got that. So I'm going to tidy up, and when I tidy this up, I need to show you those texture dies.
Oh, yeah, the texture dies. Oh my goodness.
So if I can tidy up, and then if Matt can tell you some things, and then come back.
We'll both be really quick.
Fabulous.
Because we've got really limited time here. We need longer, really, to show you these texture dies. Have a look at the website, hochanda.com, and you've got your reviews on there. You've got your different stencils on there as well. But the texture dies are brilliant for your mixed media and for your general work, because they're not floral. You don't have to be working with your florals necessarily on there. Let's be massively quick. Let's have a challenge here to see how quick we can be, and get back and demonstrate in a minute. Nearly half the stock's gone. We've only had about a show and 3/4 or something today, so that's a lot gone on this. You've got your leaf petal there, you've got your fan die there, and each one is $14.99 for the set. There you go, $14.99 for that. It's a mixed media die set, big and thick, so it'll go through mixed materials like felt and cotton if you want. But that's $14.99 on its own. For another $9.96 or so, $9.97, sorry, you'll get the 2 stamp sets and the other die set. So it's big value to get those today. That's your leaf petal and your fan. 061078 to order now. It's £17 off. Very, very quickly, there's a leaf example now for you. And there's another leaf example, but showing it as a flower just there, depending on which stamp you use. And your fan design is making this huge card here, and giving you that effect of just wonderful, wonderful material, and almost that purple, golden, sort of rich purple material there. So 061078 to order, and you're saving £17. The heart and the fan, sorry, that's the palm and the heart of fan. This is the heart and the palm design, the heart and the palm. It's £24.96 plus delivery to get the heart and the palm set. 690739 to order. 70% of the stock's gone on that. These have been big. In last year, when they first launched, these were 2 of the biggest shows, because each release was separated into a different show. Huge shows last year. So we're very lucky to have them on today with the saving. You've got your balloon petals and pointed petals with the coordinating stamps that give you your sort of mixed media styles, and that's £20 off, making them $35.95 plus delivery. And then the texture collection, we're working with these now, the texture collection. These are the dies you're about to see in action. £19 off, making them just $24.96 plus delivery, and they're 467796 to get them straight away.
Matt, we have a challenge because we've got so much to show you in the time we have, so I'm going for it. Okay, starting off with the spirals. Okay, these are the textures we're talking now. You get a spiral, you get 2 spirals, because you get the bit that stays in the card and you get the bit that comes out of the card. There's a card just on the top here. Let me show you what I mean.
Grab it, yeah.
You've got 2. So you see you get a really thin one and then you get a thicker one. So you get 2 for the price of 1. Yeah? Spirals? There and there. Yeah? Okay, cool. And that's what they look at, but they're not just for spirals. If you like cards that have little elements, you know, for kids' cards and things, butterflies or flowers, like you want to boing out of the card. So I call them the boingers, right? You can pop them out. If you cut them out with thick acetate, then pop that on, they can actually, you know, come out of the card and thing. So that's them. We'll come back to them because I'm going to show you in context. There's what a mesh. Oh, what a mesh. This is the one that actually cuts out the whole thing out of the card. It looks amazing depending on what product you cut out of. That's just black card. That's cool mirror card just torn up. That there is a black card with gilding wax on it. We'll come back to that. We'll pop that one there as well. I'm going to show you quickly how we can pop them all quickly into context. Then we have this. I love the geometric style. This one here. Right. Do you think that looks cool? There looks amazing, doesn't it? Look at that. It's a cardboard box. All right, so save just the boxes that you've been getting for all your Christmas presents you've been ordering online and places, or from your Hochanda deliveries. Keep them, paint them, put some texture gel and get them back on. Paint it. It looks super cool. There's another one. Tear the edges. That's the one that actually cuts out. And all these bits that are cut out, keep them as well because they can go somewhere else. Mount board versions because they're tough. You can cut them out with a metal plate. And then the final one is the one that cuts into the background. This one here. This one looks like as if it's corroded. Now, this is a background I started to play with. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So you just multi-cut. Let me quickly show you just a really quick example of how you can maybe put these together, Matt. So I might have this one down here. There was another corner one, another corner. Yeah, let's pop that one up there. So we've got some corner stuff going on. We might want to put the this flower, like we maybe put this flower bed here. See how it's linked with those two? And then we maybe have some of this little what a mesh. Yeah, what a mesh. What a mesh. And then a little bit more maybe coming in there. Not quite as much, see, just so it's texture. Super cool. And you can even have a little boinger there, but let me show you another one.
Boinger.
Yeah, or a
come up with some brilliant names as well. That's your unofficial name, of course.
See, so you can just pop them all in there, but that hasn't been, that there was
it's
not,
a mixture,
that was just, this is how you mix and lay them up, get the colours to go together. If you like this background here, another quick little tip, cut out of some foam, some funky foam, right? Paint it with your acrylic paint and stamp it. And then do what I did with the first ones, use the paler version of what you've just stamped it with to wash over, and then you've got a cool background. And that's just, now a stamp I just keep, paint it up, and it becomes a stamp with it. Yeah. You can pop it on the packaging, you know, the plastic moulded packaging. Stick and spray it onto there, and it gives it a bit more rigidity to play with. This here is super cool.
I love this, how you slipped into it.
If you, well no, what you do is you cut your petals, cut the petals in gold, cut the petals in black, and then put them through the corroded one, and then stick them together. And then you get this fab looking a bit like leopard skin.
Well, yeah, it has got that print to it,
cool,
isn't it? Yeah. And what you can do is...
So you can do that with any flower. So it's just... It is never ending, it really is. There's the background I popped together with a different look. So, again, you know, just have a complete...
And this is all with the textured set. It's, you know, we've got the water mesh. Love that name, the water mesh design here, just behind. That's working with your palm petals on your palm flower. That's water mesh. And then the boingers, all in a spin, the circles there. It's really good on that. And then cutting your design in. I think that's the corrosion one there, which you can see there.
But you're getting them all if you get the bundle.
Oh, yeah, you do get them all. And then this one here, just showing that geometric pattern on the background. Then the water mesh. He has to kind of think it's like texting Sean Connery the day after a stag do. How was it yesterday? Oh, what a mesh! Yeah. So you've got the boingers there, and oh, this is a pretty one as well. So it's all about you don't need to use your florals to get the texture collection. It can be mixed media, grungy, non-florally, and just really lovely and creative. Oh, Sheena, it's been so lovely.
Oh,
I know we're going to have 3 minutes to ourselves just to sip some water and just to peruse our way, debrief after the show. But then we're going to go straight back into it, aren't we?
Surely
our next show. We've got a lot to show you. Sheena's still with us for another hour. We're so lucky today. So do stay with us. We've got lots and lots more to show you. But don't forget to check out your basket on whatever you've ordered here, particularly the Pebeo paints. They're absolutely lovely.
They're fabulous. Everything on the show.
Yeah, it's golden, isn't it? Absolutely golden. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned. Bye. So yeah, Sheena Douglas is staying with us. It's the 3D embossing folders coming up next. We've also got the Sue Wilson Rain or Shine One Day special. That's with lovely Lisa Horton demonstrating coming up after that.
Hello, I'm Shelley from Craft Creations. Craft Creations has been around for 30 years. It started off in the director's bedroom, just a few card blanks, and we've grown and grown. We now manufacture die-cut decoupage, we do our printing, we manufacture card blanks and peel-off stickers as well. We love coming on Hochanda to bring you all of our products to show you just how to make some really beautiful cards. One of the things that we are really famous for is our peel-off stickers. So we have the gold label peel-off sticker range. We have lots of different colours, plain colours, glitter colours, literally every single colour under the sun. So make sure you don't miss the Craft Creation shows here on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Hayley from Craft Yourself Silly, and we're really excited to still be working with you guys here on Hochanda. We were there from the very, very beginning, and we're still bringing you lots of really exciting soft crafts. We design and manufacture all of our kits and all of our fabrics here in the UK, and we love bringing them to you. So if you're an experienced sewer or you're just starting out in soft crafts and sewing, join us. There's tips and fabrics for everybody. Make sure you don't miss our shows and come and craft yourself silly on Hochanda.
Oh, it's an exciting show, and we're still so lucky to say that Sheena is still here with us. Hey, Sheena, I haven't seen you for ages.
I know. How you doing, Matt?
Oh, yeah, I'm okay. I'm fine. So, you know, you've got such a following, Sheena, because firstly, you work so hard, and second of all, you really do know what we all want. You create wonderfully usable, craftable products.
I try. That's my mission, because I'm a crafter. Ultimately, I'm a crafter. I started this, you know, I've always been able to draw, and I didn't like drawing. I started studying drawing here in America and whatever, but I love crafting. I love playing, and that's what I do to get the point where we're all at, where we get to play. And that's what we have, 3D embossing folders and stamps that were all designed to go together.
Yeah, the embossing folder is absolutely lovely. I mean, you can kind of see, I mean, do you know, we've had long enough to think about it these days now, to think, right, how do we package embossing folders so we can at least try and show off what they can do, because otherwise it's just clear plastic. Well, the packaging kind of shows you really well, actually, if you were up close and personal in one of the Crafters Companion shops. However, even better, we can show you the actual boards here. So this is some of the metallic card.
That's right, that we have on the show.
That's on the show.
Yep.
And this has been embossed using folders.
Nothing more done than just pop it between the folder. I mean, seriously, it's a great leveler. Embossing folders, you put whatever in between the two sides, and one's a positive, one's a negative, and stuff gets squished in between. Once you put it through your machine, and that's how it comes out. That's fabulous. See how now, though, we've got levels of depth.
Yeah, you've got
That's what I'm doing when I'm designing them. Don't want the hills in the foreground, the middle distance, don't want the clouds fall back, or leaves definitely in the front. So this is what you can do now with the 3D folders. It gives it more realism and depth.
So you can see there 1, 2 and 3 and maybe even more depth to them.
That's
blowing in the wind for the first one there, and then here I think just lovely with the dandelion clocks again.
Yeah, again, very graphic, totally different look. I wanted to mix these up so that, again, they're all of a nature theme. This set for me was, I wanted what was the thing that carried it through was wanted to be inspirational. So things that inspire me, things that I like to look at when I feel better when I'm out and amongst them. I'm happy when I'm in the countryside. I'm happy when I'm looking at this kind of view. And for me, they're inspiring, and I'm hoping that they inspire you too.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and you'll see when the stamps come in as well how really motivational that a lot of the work what they all are.
Oh yeah, the words and phrases. I mean, when I read through the stamps today, Sheena, we haven't got to the sorry for the jumping ahead, but very motivational, very useful for journaling and for
any
artwork.
occasion.
You just want to glance at, have it on the wall, look up and inspire yourself.
Exactly.
Have I got this one the upside down?
Yeah, just a full rotation.
I do apologise because I looked at it before the show and I was like, where either that butterfly is or that butterfly is.
Yeah. It's a design. It's licensed. It's flying down that one. But it's, again, you've got the texture in the background. We've got the butterflies in the foreground, the flowers in the middle distance. But the other thing is, you get curve to the image. edge.
Yes.
With a traditional folder, imagine the edges, if you slice through, there'd be straight edges.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a straight edge and another cut in.
Yeah.
With these, they're kind of sculpted, moulded
You get the
around.
curve.
Yes,
You get the
as
curve.
if, I don't know, I'm sure there's some of you out there who used to do this as metal embossing.
Yeah, yeah.
I used to
we had a
use a
show
boulder. Really?
the other day.
How spooky.
You would have loved it, and the guest was amazing as well.
I haven't done that for years, and I haven't seen it for years.
Yeah, you'll have to.
Yeah.
It was Caroline who did the show.
Was she using ball tools to
yeah.
press into it? Yes.
Yeah. It was so cool.
Fabulous.
The reason why I'm looking at my watch to see the date, it'll still be on the web.
Oh, I'll have
for
to look
catch
then.
up. We'll find it
Cool.
after the show.
Well, that's what you would have to do to get that
Friday.
curved edge. You know, you have to more pressure in the centre and curve it and things and mould it and sculpt it. But this is what the folders do. This would look fabulous with metal. Imagine that with metal. You could, here's the thing then, you could use a craft metal, put it in the folders, then finish it off, add more detail
your own. Yeah.
with the metal embossing.
Yes.
That would look
such a good
amazing.
idea.
That would look super cool. She could take that further.
Yes,
she
you
could
could.
pop
You
that
could-
through
you
the
could
folder.
add.
Then she could push some of the detail on the feathers out even more.
Yeah, you could go around the
she
outside
could,
edge.
she could really pop them out more.
I like
than
what we're coming
embossing
up
metal.
with today, yeah. But even just for starters, you've got your metallic card here and the embossing folders
But
and the 3D
this
embossing
is
folders
it.
together.
How cool do they look? And we've done nothing to them.
Look at that
This
one
is
there.
what I
You've
wanted.
got a seam.
Start it with as simple as you can get. Just a piece of card, and you've done nothing, and that's the way to do. You shouldn't have to work to make something look good.
No,
It should look good straight away, and then it should look amazing when you've been playing with it a bit.
Yes, yeah. Just think about me when I get out of the shower. I'm like, oh no, my gosh, I can't go to work like this.
But Matt, then you look amazing when you turn up.
Do I? I wish. You've got your embossing folders here, all 6 of them, and you're getting your stamps as well. And you're getting such inspirational words on these stamps. We think they're absolutely fab. But you have to sort of get in there to see it, because it's not like saying, oh, that's a nice butterfly. You need to be able to read them. So, but if you come in and have a little read, again, difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. Nice.
Don't call it a dream, call it a plan.
Like that. And then just because your path is different, it doesn't mean you're lost. Again, it's just reassuring you, isn't it, that
We
go
all
for
need
it.
a card like this at some point. You do. And your friends need it, and sometimes you just need to read it yourself. You know.
Something to stamp and make and put on the fridge so you walk past it every day. Just something to glance up at on a canvas maybe in the living room. Do you want to read that first one on the left there,
If
Sheen?
plan A isn't working, the alphabet has 25 more letters. You can do this.
Like that.
Ah.
Be the reason someone smiles today. That's good. Spread a bit of goodness. Yeah. If it doesn't open, then it's just not the right door.
Yeah, don't judge my story by the chapter you walked in on. That's a good one.
That's
a good one. Yeah.
That's good. Ignore chapters 1 to 8. Chapter 9 is where it all begins. Oh, write that down quick. And then the ones at the bottom here, you've got the feather stamp on this set here, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. The big, huge, fabulous stamps that work with the folders as well. And again, great phrases also, but those are big. Those, they're scaled up to fit on the packaging. They're scaled down.
I was going to say, while we're on that shot with the feather, I'm just going to drop the grey rubber in, actually, to show you the difference. I mean, I know we do this a lot, but to anyone that's new, you do have to shrink it down for the packaging, so that feather and the rest of the wording, it's much bigger than you would normally expect. No matter how you feel, I love that one you just read out there, Sheena. No matter how you feel, get up, dress up, show up, and never give up.
It's cool, isn't it?
It's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
It's very
Definitely.
good. I'm going to have to remember some of these. Take them through. So you've got your 3D embossing folders and your stamps. This is the complete collection that you're getting hold of today, and it's just $49.88 plus delivery, thanks to a £28 saving. It's 541694 to order today. That's a lot that you're getting today. 541694 to order them straight off. Let's have a look at some samples now together, Sheena. Here we go.
So we've got that fabulous the cherry blossom stamp here, and because they're so defined, when you pop these through, you can use the white card, you can Sheena card, watercolour card, and colour them afterwards, because you can see clearly where the lines are. You're not struggling to find, does the petal finish there, or where does it, or painted in, and just imagine it. It's actually really clear. So that's been painted after it's been embossed.
It's a gorgeous effect, that, where you haven't got the line art of a stamp.
Yeah,
You just
it looks
go
like
something
you've
different, floaty. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah,
like that.
Looks very much painterly, very painterly, as if you've just sketched it yourself.
Yeah, but you're following the emboss. I like it. However, when you do use the embossing folder and sort of keep it obviously embossed, wow.
Isn't that cool? So then you've got the different gilding wax, black card, gilding wax. It's a winner every time.
Really, really cool. And then look at this with the wonderful dandelion clocks as well.
Love
on
that.
a blustery day.
So
again,
paint the background, pop it through to emboss it, and then ink it up. Then use the pen to bring out the detail.
Yes,
Fabulous.
Yeah. And then can I just choose that one as well to show this is an amazing
this one
result
that's coming
here.
up. Okay,
look at this.
Yeah, this is really cool. This is a really nice technique. This one is this one Debbie's card? Yeah. Now, I think after the last show, someone asked how this was created, and I said, I don't know. I think that it's triple embossed. It's got embossing powder on there, as well as being embossed with the folder, and it looks like it's got gilding wax as well. However, you know when we were saying about online there was information?
Yeah.
My team are amazing. They just get the things, they get stuff, and say, go ahead and play. They don't get me, I would like this, or I would like that. I don't want that. I want them to just play. And Debbie, this is how Debbie played with this. But online, if you're on Facebook, if you go to Sheena's Inkette, INK-ETTES. This is where all of the team are on there all the time. It's part of the team's thing that this is where they hang out. This is where and when you ask a question, they're there to answer, because I'm not there all the time and I haven't made the samples, but they have. So that's where to ask.
It's good to have a crew, isn't it? Good to have a team. And then just to show one more with that wonderful, wonderful hot air balloon as well. And then just even more of these inspirational words and phrases, you know. Difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. How true is that? 541694 is your item number. However, there's also a freedom price here, so you can save even more. You can save another £4, I think, or no, another £5 actually. £32.99 is your saving. Did you see that? I moved the cards, realised there was nothing in the shot, so I sort of put my hand there instead. I was like, I don't want to spoil the shot. You've got to have something to look at. Here's a picture of a hand. I don't know what my brain was thinking. 22.45 then today, and then 22.45 next month to confirm your purchase on Flexi Freedom if you're spreading the cost. 541694 is your item number. Oh, you've got to get the sparkle pens today. Do you know, to get them half price on the vintage hues, oh my word. I'll take, oh no, I've got that. Yeah, these are the sparkle pens, and they are the vintage hues, and they are a special half price offer today. £2.17 a pen, that's working out at, with your sparkle pens. Is the lovely, lovely set dispatched on the 22nd of November, it says on the details there. We'll just double check that. Yeah, that's not right. Yeah, we can ignore that for the moment, because that's like not for another 10 months. The Vintage Beach you're getting in here, the Vintage Tea, Vintage Bloom and Vintage Home are making up that pack. Now, all of those threes are available singly, but to get the bundle, you can get them today saving £25.98. £25.98 plus delivery. It's a half price offer. 404903 is your item number to order that. We're just going to have a look at the example of the colours here, Sheena, just while you're getting ready with your Gemini.
Absolutely. Well, I think at that price we need to do that first. We absolutely, because this is just a phenomenal price. And you know what? One of the most popular sets, if not the most popular set. The colours are gorgeous in this set. And you've got, I mean, look, there you go. You can't go wrong. This one is the set. When we have all of them on, this one goes first every time.
It does. The other day, it happened, didn't it? On that, last week.
Spot on.
Yeah, we had the seasons. They were very popular, but it was the vintage that just continued to go. The lovely colours there. You're getting teacup and boudoir. You've got peacock, half size, lovely warm red. The whole point is these are nice deep colours that you can then add your water to and then draw out that colour. So Ocean Wave, for example, is even though you can see it with Sea Breeze and Biscuit, you see it even clearly with Ocean Wave. It starts off nice deep and dark blue, but then you draw it out and dilute it with your water to get all those different tones. So they're really, really nice. So 404903, I'm going to say these are going to be really busy today. We're lucky to have them in stock and at half price. So this is really good news on that. So Sheena,
I'm pleased we did that at the start, because I'm seriously at that price. But then we can go on to, we'll take you through the story summary of the folders, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Nice, simple start, as easy peasy as we can get. So, Donna, bless her little cotton socks. Well, we were doing this, yes. Donna has everything ready for me here, so phew. So, all about the teamwork here. So, what I have is card cut to size, yeah? This is what the folder looks like. This is what I'm going to show you. Crafter's Companion and my folders, ordinary embossing folders, are strong. These are super strong. These are thicker again. And the reason is they have to be super strong because you've got 3 levels that you want to emboss into. You're really pushing the envelope here with a sculpted look you get in once you've popped something through. So one side is a negative and one side is a positive. It's not difficult to see which side is which. But what you want to look is the bit that's got the wording on, that's the front. So if you've got a coated card, that's the bit that goes up face up. Gotcha. Yeah, but what I have here is just some black card and I'm popping that through. You can either cut it roughly to size or cut it to size before you start. Now, because these are 3D embossing folders, you can't use your 2 Perspex mats. They're too thick in the Gemini. Okay. So what you need is your plastic spacer plate and your magnetic and your folder, and that now should go nicely through the machine and emboss the
Sheena, the wonderful thing about these 3D embossing folders is, like you say, the word you used is brilliant. They're sculpted, so instead of a light switch being on or off, or up or down with a normal embossing folder, which is lovely, these are kind of like curved and moulded, and they're beautiful.
So what you get is when you've done that, you get something amazing like this. So you've got levels of different. Now it's black card. It's always a challenge, black on black. So do we want this on there? So look, see, you can actually see how that you've got different levels, even in black card with nothing going on. You can see the hills are in the distance, the trees are really prominent, and absolutely cool.
These blowing leaves over here as well, they're like right in the foreground.
So what we can do now is we can start playing with the gilding wax. Okay, so I'm going to bring out, what I like to do is choose 3 colours of gilding wax if I can, if you can stretch to that. Okay, so you have 2 choices with your dark colours. You either got your Renaissance, which is a really dark coppery here.
It's a warm, rosy copper
really,
colour.
really gorgeous. Or you have your Antique, which is much more, it's kind of brownier. See? Renaissance, Antique. There you go, a little dance.
Isn't it, there?
Antique, Renaissance. So it's your call. So whichever one you want to use. Let's use Renaissance for this one. So we'll pop the lid on the Antique. Then the mid golds is another choice. You're going to use your King Gold, or you are going to use your Empire Gold. So, Empire Gold here, see, it's more greeny, got a cooler kind of,
Definitely.
Whereas this one is very warm, rose kind of gold, So, it's your call, whichever you want to go for. Let's go for Empire, as that was the original, because that's very coppery, warm, dark I'm using. So, I'm going to use a cooler, And then for the last colour, there's only one choice. For the silver, it's silver. That's it. So the reason for this is if you've started to collect the waxes and you don't know which one to get next, say you buy a silver, you buy gold. Helpful. Do that, You don't buy both mid golds. Buy one and one of the darker golds. Does that make? Hopefully
so
that'll help.
Empire and Renaissance.
You can get them others later, but you'll have more flexibility by doing it that way.
The wonderful thing with the Pebeo gilding waxes, though, is that there isn't just gold, silver, and bronze. You've actually got those choices.
You've got the choices. Fabulous.
Really different, you know.
So what you can do, Matt, is you can just start to add colour like this. Just have a play. Now I'm thinking I'm going to have the silver kind of on the hills and definitely the clouds, and just start going over. Look, I've got hardly any colour on there. I'm going to use the paler gold, the mid gold, as the middle ground. So there you go, like that. We can get a little. But what the secret to your success here is, pick up the smallest amount you can. Then you're not ready to go yet. There's a lot on there. That's not ready to go because you're going to get it gloopy, splodgy. What you need to do is flatten your finger onto your craft mat and then lightly drag it over the image now. So this here, I'm going over now. I'm just going to go over the whole thing with the leaves here. This is going to be my middle tone, so I can go back. If you lose some of the silver, see there, I've gone over with the gold. I'm not worried about it because I can put that glint back. I can go over it again. You can layer it if you want. So we've got that.
It is quickest order on the web at the moment, at Hochanda.com. Queues are back on the phone. They're roughly the length of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band at the moment. Just over 3 minutes.
So there you go. With that reference there, the Beatles. They're doing great, Matt. So see now. So I'm going to pop that silver back in the clouds a little bit.
So far, isn't it?
Only two so far. Yeah. And on here, and then we're going to go a little bit with that darker here. And we might want to do a little few autumnal kind of colours in the leaves here. Now, you would take your time more than I'm taking here, but bearing in mind how much I want to show you, which is usually as much as I can in the time we've got, I'm not going to, you know, go too much more with this, but just to give you an idea. Now, what I could do is this can be drying, I can tidy up and get it ready to show you something else, but that's what we've got so far, but it's going to look much cooler when I polish it, when the gilding wax sets in a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And that'll give me some time to clean up and get ready for something else and polish that card.
It just shows you what sort of scenes you can build. That's just one of the embossing folders today from the group of 6 that you're getting in the complete kit, or complete selection rather, with the 6 sets of stamps. They are available in pairs actually, the embossing folders. If you want to find them in pairs, you can. Have a look at this picture, you'll see which twos. You've got Blowing in the Wind and Autumn Leaves together, and the Autumn Leaves, amazing on the left-hand side. That's the one that we've just used. Blowing in the Wind is that dandelion clock there as well. So yeah, 410732 is your item number. That's 2 5x7 embossing folders that you've got. These are curved, lovely sculpted 3D embossing folders that you're getting. Another really popular set is Up, Up and Away, which is the hot air balloons, and on the left-hand side with the feathers just blowing there. Just quite whimsical, that, quite thoughtful. It's a new day, it's called there. Sheena's called that, it's a new day. So quite a thoughtful, thought-provoking one. 032523 is your item number. They're great value on their own. If you want to get them as a pair, they're brilliant. But the value in getting the bundle is absolutely huge here, where you're getting all 6. So we just showed you a couple of pairs. You're getting 2, 4, 6 of the embossing folders, but you're also getting 6 of the quite inspirational stamp sets here, which, if I just show you one of them, you see there on the A6 size, you can see the quality of your grey rubber stamp and the depth of it. That's the Gemini Junior, just doing a little bit of cutting in the background there. For you. Just Sheena getting ready for the next part of the demonstration, to be honest with you. Right, so yeah, normally £77.88 for the whole complete bundle, but today down by £28 and a freedom price. So let's do the math on this for a minute. Do the math. Let's have a think. It is £6.97 to join Freedom. You're not paying £2.95 delivery. Let's call that £3, okay? And you're saving £4. So 4 plus 3 is about 7. So you're saving about £7, and it costs £6.97 to join Freedom. So buy something else this month, and then you've still got your monthly membership then to get discounts and then save on delivery. So it could well make sense to go for it. Yeah, let's have a look at some more examples here. Oh, look at this. So just cutting around and snipping out one leaf, excuse me, 2 leaves, 3 leaves there, and bringing them to the foreground. A lovely example there, lovely example, and then you've got Cherry just in the background there. That's your other embossing folder. That's Cherry for your cherry blossom. Then It's a New Day, I think it was the name of the embossing folder. You've got the feathers there. Again, fussy cut round, and then just to bring into the foreground, because you've got the stamps stamped, but then your embossing folder embossed in the background. So the feather stamp actually combining with the embossing folder. Let me show you the feather on the stamp there. It comes there with 2 of the phrases. In fact, it comes with the phrase that's back to front at the top of that stamp, but it's much easier to read it here. No beauty shines brighter than that of a good heart. It's true, isn't it? So true. Oh, let me not linger this time and just show you 1 or 2 more. That's Cherry, and again a great example of using the embossing folder as the line art. So you're tracing around the edge of the embossing folder, but you haven't got the stamped image. So that's quite, the word that Sheena used was painterly, you know, so you're just literally getting that painted effect with it. I've got to show you this next card as well. This is just superb. Look at this. For a gatefold card, opening up, you've got the butterfly design on the embossing folder itself, but then all of the other embossing folders have been snipped into as well. So you've got the dandelion there for you there. You can see there just on here, and then that detail from the beautiful butterflies on the front doors. And then here, difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations with the hot air balloon. Be the reason someone smiles today. And then over here, if it doesn't open, then it's just not the right door. really inspirational words are in this set. Perfect for journaling? I'd say so, definitely that sort of size. Perfect for canvases that you can make and hopefully sell, or at least give away to friends and family that you can walk past every day, definitely. You've got the whole set for £49.88 plus a Freedom discount, making it £44.89, including your postage. Flexi Freedom means it's just over £22 to get it today, and then £22 next month with that 45p at the end. 541694 to order, and it's yours. You've got the complete collection, all 6 embossing folders and all 6 stamp sets. The sparkle pens, just before we go and nip back and see Sheena, the sparkle pens are available on vintage hues. And they're half price today. Half price. We're really busy on these with nearly a quarter of the stock gone on the vintage hues. You get all 4 sets of 3, and together the bundle is half price if you are going for them all together as one. Your details are on the screen to get them now, as you can see there from the colour swatch. 404903, your item number. You get all 4 packs for £25.98. Half price. The seasons are also available. We'll get to that in a minute. 404903. The seasons here are in packs of 3, and you get 4 packs in total. They are also half price. To get these, it's £2.17 a pen, and they're 676-204. Grab them now. Have a look at the web. It's hochanda.com. Thank you so much for watching today. We'll go back and see Sheena now. You've got your embossing folders available in pairs, and you've got your stamps available in pairs as well. They're good value, those are. If you think back to the old days when we would have paid for mounted stamps and stuff on wooden blocks, you're getting all of that artwork and inspirational words all on there for £5.99 a set, or £11.98 is what you pay. And then the card on there, Sheena, this lovely card, which we've briefly seen already, is on the show, and it works so well with your embossing folders.
It's fabulous. These are cool sets, because you can use them just straight like that, and they look amazing. They look fabulous. Let me show you on this card here just how fabulous they look. Look, see this panel down here? This is just the card here. Now, this is what I'm going to show you next. Look at how amazing that looks. I absolutely adore that card, Debbie. So, this panel here was using one of the sets. I think it's the other one, actually. It is. You've got 2 options. The metals. Is it in that one? No, it's not. It's the first one. I'm right. Yeah, you're right, Matt. So that there is just a strip, and it looks just embossed. A little bit of stickles or glitter glue on there, and it just picks that out fabulously. Yeah, amazingly. £9.99 gets you 36 sheets. So 9 of each colourway here with your precious golds. 28p a sheet. Oh, look at that. What colour was that to begin with? Not so pretty. This is a bit of verdigris going on here. Cool. That's the copper, so that's aged and distressed. Much as you will be at the end of this other show with me. So say this here, so again, much more grungy and distressed looking, which we can, if we may have time to show you that as well. So yeah, the great foundation. Beautiful. Well, that's your golds option. It's working out, it's something like 28p a sheet or something. It's silly. £9.99 for 36 sheets. You get 9 of each colour. And then there's the precious metals as well. By the way, they are all A4. Don't worry, they're not this size, but you'll get an A4 sheet. But we've just embossed these, or Donna has just before the show, for you, Sheena, of course. And you've got the precious metals here now going across the colour spectrum. Yeah, really cool. You've got your pewter looking colour, your silver, your really, that's nice, cool kind of like, I don't know what colour, copper, and this one at the end, really just different colour palette again. You've got cooler tones as well as warmer in this one. So it's just a call, it's just a choice, whichever. And you can age these. You can make the copper look like it's rusted by adding some of your texture paste that we had in the previous shows, and a little bit of gesso and paint on top of it to age it, give it that verdigris look. Really cool. 343772, and you're getting all 36 sheets, so 9 of each colour for that price on the screen. It's like we say, it's 28p a sheet, which is brilliant for that quality card. Scores beautifully, it embosses beautifully, die cuts like a dream, and of course you can construct boxes out of it nicely with your scoreboard as well. So really good versatile card. Fabulous stuff. So this is what we just did, and I've polished it now. It's cool. It's drier, and now you can actually see it really does. Don't forget to polish the gilding wax, because look at that shine now on that silver. It looks like real metal, because you know what? It is real metal. When you're polishing it, you're actually bonding it more to the surface of the card. That's why it gets shiny, because the metal would do the same. Right, so that's that first really simple one. We're going to use some sparkle pens now, and I'm going to do it quite quick because I know how quickly they're going. And we're going to just use one colour. Let me show you. This is the sparkle pen. This here is got, it's like when you have your, imagine a water brush that you use, you put water in it and you just you're colouring with you've got a portable brush with water in it.
Sorry.
Well, when you get these, they've got a green band here, which is a protection thing that keeps this side away from that side. And what you do is you remove that, unscrew it, take the green band away, give it a good shake, screw it back together, and this bit pierces this bit, which means it's brand new. The next thing you do is push, you squeeze to get the fluid to come down this little mechanism here to the actual brush nib. It's a real brush. So then you can absolutely just go ahead and just colour in like this and lay the colour down as a flat, intense dark colour. Or you can actually just pop some colour down and then get yourself a water brush, an actual brush, and wet it and make it go so much further. So many wonderful techniques with these that you know, we haven't even got time to even represent on this show, but we're going to use them, you know, as we go along. But just know that you've got a fabulous fabulous bargain with these. So that's the sparkle pens. When that dries, you're going to see all that bling come out. And so I'm going to dry it really quick. This is on watercolour card with a texture, with a tooth, which would actually, you know, usually it's tougher to see a bling on there. But let me show you how cool this looks. Even watered down here, where we've got mostly water, if it was an inferior quality glitter in here, or not enough of it, that wouldn't bling. But it still does. So this here, just intense.
Look at this.
The thing is I always water down my sparkle pens, because to be honest, the colours are so intense, you virtually don't see the colour. That looks so dark. I can't see that. It's this gorgeous, gorgeous blue here. But look, see the sparkles still where you you water it down. So that's what we're going to use there, Matt.
You've got that from Ocean Wave, you've got Teacup, you've got Peacock, that are all in that blue colour spectrum there in the vintage set. Sand Dune, Sage, Peony, Macaroon, as well as Biscuit and Hearthside, and Fig's one of my favourites. I don't know about you, but I'm loving the Fig there. What's your favourite on there? Let us know. What about you, Sheila?
I love this colour. You know what, I like them all, but I love the darker colours, because the darker colours are so versatile, and I'm going to show you just what I mean here. Just a couple of things we can do with them. Well, I've popped some of the colour on my mat here. Yeah, matte. Yeah. And I've taken again my glycerin. The glycerin is going to thicken any paint that you use it with. It's going to slow down the drying of any paint you're using it with. So if I used an applicator and just with the ink, it would just grab and it wouldn't blend over the surface. So by playing, I found that if I add glycerin to my applicator first and squidge it and get it all over as evenly distributed over that surface as possible, and then pick the colour up, I've created my own really thick viscous ink that is going to dry so much slower, which means then I can bring out all this detail to start with just by going over the background like this. So your sparkle pens now are acting like an ink that you would add with an applicator. So you've saved your money there, and you've extended your if you're just starting, you would have had to buy all of these inks to do this this technique with. It just works a treat, see? Yeah, you can do all these sparkle pens. I mean, I love the way this is such a good demonstration for the 3D embossing folder as well, to see the depth that it's picking up, because the stamen, the detail. Gosh, now I should have told you already, a third of the stock had gone on the sparkle pens on the vintage option, but I didn't want to interrupt. Now it's gone up to 40%, so they're going fast. Definitely get your sparkle pens before they go on the vintage option. Seasons as well, very, very popular. So, yeah, I mean, they really are amazing. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going over. So if you want to just absolutely just do a quick application and make the folders look cool, that will do it. That there will do it. That looks amazing. That looks fabulous. And what it's done is picked out a lot of detail, which is going to make what you're going to do next a lot easier, which is going to be colouring it in with the pens. So what I'm going to do, rather than use the pen directly, I'm scribbling onto my non-porous surface here, which could be an old tile, it could be, you know, whatever you're using, as long as it's a white background's best and non-porous. So then I'm going to take my brush with the more concentrated colour and start to paint the branch here. Now if you go slightly outside the area or you add a new branch, it doesn't matter, because it looks so much like it's just your own painting, because this is the look we want. We want it to look like Douglas hasn't had a hand in this. This is all you, okay? You can just you look like you've just sketched it out. That'll be me. The Douglas bit would be me. Yeah. Who taught him? Who got him involved?
Douglas is our special guest. Douglas is a small Scotty dog that sits just off camera for every single one of Sheena's shows. His biggest fan. Hi, Douglas. You okay?
Right.
Yes, it's fine.
He talks more sense than Sheena, Douglas, though. That's the thing. So what we do is we just continue with this. See? So now we've got the branch painted in. That's the darkest thing that we're going to use.
Though. We can do this.
It is. Yeah, you can. Look, see?
You've got the lines of the embossing fold. It's fine.
Light pressure. Use the Royal and Langnickel brushes. And then what we're going to do now, we're going to start colouring in the petals. Now I'm going to just go a couple at a time, wet the brush, and then drag the colour out. And now you've got a pretty variation on those petals so that it looks like you've got a bit of shading on them. So again, just at the base.
With your embossing folders and your sparkle pens, stamper sentiment, you know, it's up to you, but you're doing all of this with all of the lovely products on today's show, Sheena. You don't need, well, you've got the brushes, I guess, but some water, we can all do this.
You've got, seriously, and then, you know, you're playing, you're just, you can keep it, you've seen, as simple as possible or as complex as you want it to be. There's so much you can do and learn and get better at and experiment with these folders and the pens. It's just they're just a really lovely combination of products here. So Matt, I can continue doing some of these flowers if you want. Then we could regroup. Yeah, definitely. Show you the next bit.
Definitely. If you're still struggling to choose which sparkle pens to get, half the stock of the vintage use is now gone. So definitely put your name down for some of them. Come through and place your order on the phone or the web. Everyone else is getting theirs at the moment, so definitely go for it. 12 of the sparkle pens for £25.98. They are half price. Good day to get those on the vintage. And we've also got the seasons on the sparkle pens, and they are all of your colours that you'd associate with spring, summer, autumn and winter. The winter warmers, you've got the leaves as well, the leaf fall option. You know, the lovely tones of the pastel tones too for your winter set. Yeah, you get 12 pens there, again, half price. Great day to place the order. 676204 to order now. £25.98 plus delivery to order them straight off. Queues on the phones, the best way as ever is to order on the web. That's hochanda.com. But just while she is colouring, we've got a chance to see some of the artwork from the team. And this is Adele's card here, and she's just using that beautiful hot air balloon embossing folder just to get that sky detail. And that amazing, beautiful destinations stamp. Now, that is just an element from one of the stamps. Do you remember it? It was something about difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations, but she's just taken the beautiful destinations bit. You've then got the embossing folder that we're working with now, playing with now, and that is the, or earlier on we were playing with this, sorry, we're playing with the cherry one at the moment. This is the one with the leaves blowing in it. It's got the lovely tree detail in it. You're getting all of them, by the way, and then there were those stunning dandelions as well. Here's one of the sentiments and verses. Stop thinking about what could go wrong and start thinking about what could go right. That's good. So why not, you know? No beauty shines brighter than that of a good heart. Just there on our next sentiment there. Anyone of a certain age might remember Fergal Sharkey's version of that, which was a good heart these days is hard to find. A hit in 1985, but Sheena remembers that. Christine, our director's like, I remember that as well. I've got the knees to prove it, I have. So yeah, they're a great one to just show. That you've got the line art from the embossing folder. So that's a really similar technique to the one that we're doing at the moment. Just not worrying about the ink lines or the stamp lines, but just going with the softer embossed lines. The 3D embossing folders, they're all great examples to show that off. I wouldn't want to sort of cheat by showing you one that's painted there, because that's obviously adding even more textures. But I'm sure there's a copper... is there one here? Is that, yeah, that one there. This is like a coppery one here. You can see the dimension straight away on it, and we're not cheating it with, let me turn it to the camera, we're not cheating it with paints or textures here. That's literally just the embossing folder doing it. So you can see there, you've got the hills the leaf blowing in the foreground. On the left-hand side, you've got all those leaves, and then you've got the tree, and then the clouds are even further forward. So you've got at least 3 that I can see levels to the embossing folder. And go with me on this, right? But you know, when you've got a light switch and it's either on or off. This is a bit weird, but it helps me understand it. Imagine a dimmer switch instead, so you can dim the lights and turn the lights up. 3D embossing folders are a bit more like that. So rather than just being in and out and giving you an emboss, so it's either on or off, you've got the curves in a 3D embossing folder. So it's sculpted. Do you see what I mean with the dimmer switch? So you go up and down, as opposed to this bit's up, that bit's down, and then put it through the embossing folder, and oh, there you go. Which is brilliant. You know, I've got some lovely embossing folders like that at home. But if you want to create a bit of a romantic setting to your embossing folder, use your dimmer switches. So yeah, it's a really, really cool way of creating a card, making a card, building a scene just with an embossing folder. And then you're also getting the 6 stamps with these too, as well as a freedom prize, saving you £4. Sorry, £5 saved on top. So you're saving more than it costs to join Freedom. I'll just pick that card up. Yeah, it's £6.97 to join Freedom, but you're saving about £8. My maths were off earlier, so you're actually saving more than I thought. So you've got your saving and you're not paying delivery. The embossing folders are here, so you've got your 2. There are the lovely stamps there as well. Don't call it a dream, call it a plan. I like it. Difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations, and just because your path is different, it doesn't mean you're lost. It's a good one, that, isn't it? So there's really inspirational stuff here. Great for journaling, great for wall art. 541694 is your item number to order now. Your Freedom price is $44.89, including your postage. We've got Flexi Freedom, which means you can spread the cost. It's $22.45 today, $22.45 next month, and it's all good. So you wouldn't buy this set without joining Freedom. It makes sense. What's coming up on Hochanda today? Well, Sheena's back at 7 o'clock with TV's Dave Bradford. I didn't know our names were on there. That's totally embarrassing. I might get mine taken off. So yeah, and then I'm back at 6 p.m. with Sue Wilson. 'Cause it's not about me, really, is it? It's not Sue Wilson's designs. It's Lisa Horton demonstrating Sue Wilson's designs. That's it. And then the vintage hues on your sparkle pens, very, very popular, Sheena, with the seasons being a popular choice too. However, the vintage hues, 2/3 of the stock is gone on these currently.
Well,
so yeah, go
because they're amazing, and I'm going to use them again in a minute, so I'll show you something else. So yeah,
well,
let's see how super amazing they are.
That's good. 404903 to order your vintage hues, and they're half price at the moment. This is beautiful. We left you colouring, Sheila, so you literally just carried on.
And you know what? It's taken less than the time we've used on the show already, because we're already... Well, there's 2 we've created in the time we've had, and talking and showing you product. So that was the first one. We did that. Just shows how quickly you can get these done, but effectively. So just recapping, we did this one with Gilding Wax, just on black card. So that was that. And then we have just now, look, ooh, pretty, now created this one. Which looks very opulent. And so what I've done, just when Matt was showing you the other product, is I've used a white pen just to go ahead over some of the branches here, just to bring out little highlights.
How did you decide which bits to go in white?
Just what I thought was just bits on the top, or just to bring out little lines in it, just to make it look like. And in fact, if you look in the folder, that accurate, the picture, that much detail that I've put in, that you'll see this texture on the wood on the branches. So that's that. Then what I did was I pulled in the grooves on the unnatural petals. You'll see there's little pollen marks, little stamens and things with the pollen on. So that wasn't difficult to pick out either. You don't have to draw to make them look cool. You just follow what's on. Popped a bit of yellow, bit of that fabulous sage green. They all work because they're all muted. And then I went over with the Gilding Wax to give it that bit more upland kind of look. Now that would go in a frame. That's a card there with a little greeting on. But one predominant colour, couple of little accessory colours, and you've got a great topper there. Just to show you, illustrate, this here was the inspiration. This was I adore this. This is the card from Debbie. But look, same folder. How different can we make it look? Same technique.
Oh, gosh.
Different colours, just a slightly different, more delicate application of the paint there. So it's different colours, yeah. So again, this is from the same set. You can use the colours that are in the vintage. And this one's Lisa's. So different approach, same folder, just on red card, use silver gilding wax. What we've already done.
Yeah, very different.
Same one. Look at how different that looks. Yeah, fab, isn't it? Totally different. And then another one. Same folder, bit of craft card, faux leather with the same colours over the top. But look at the difference with having that warmer kind of background on it. And the wording. So I think we better make something more with the pens, don't you, Max?
The vintage shoes are going. They're now 70% of the stock. Remember when they were 30%, and I thought, oh, I can't bother, Sheena. I don't want to tell you yet. And then it went to 40 by the time I got a chance to tell you, and that's 70%. So just don't miss out on these. This is why we always give a heads up to a stock update, just to let you know, because it's better than going, oh yeah, you know these vintage shoes? Yeah, they've gone without any warning. Yeah, they're gone. So yeah, they're going fast. There was something else bothering me as well, Sheena. Oh yeah, really important, and I think I know the answer.
Okay.
I think there's a page on the Crafters Companion website. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Right.
But what if you've got a different machine? I think that they tell you your sandwich.
Tell you a sandwich. Yeah, I hope so.
Because 3D,
I'm sure they will.
Yeah, 3D embossing folders.
I should know that, but yeah, the Crafters. If you don't know, they'll let you know. Yeah, that's brilliant.
I'm almost certain that we've asked the question before,
okay.
and I think it's like if you find it on Crafters Companion website, they've got a whole page, and you can scroll down, find your machine, and they'll tell you what sandwich to build with them. If in doubt, go thinner and build up gradually, just to make sure it goes through, feel it go through, and then just do it that way. But I'm almost certain there's a page on the website. Yeah.
Cool. Fabulous. So what I'm doing is I am just picking some colours here and thinking what I might want to use in the background. So I'm going through just random colours. Yeah, well, let's do that. Yeah, let's go with those colours. So I've picked out some of these amazing colours here now. What would be easier is if you use a sponge for this background, but we haven't got a sponge, so I'm going to use a brush. So what I'm going to do, two ways we can do this. If we want a more smooth blend, we can cheat and we can do it this way. It's not really a cheat, it just means that it makes it a bit easier for you. So I'm taking the brush and I'm going to my mat. If you want, you can squeeze the brush a little bit more. Donna and I were talking about this, and we hardly ever just colour in as a colouring in brush directly from the pen. We always, you know, apply it with a brush or put a little bit down and then brush it out, just because they're so intense. The colours are just so, you get so much for what you pay for. So now,
so glittery. I mean, look at that one there.
It's just cool, like so cool.
Simmering and bubbling.
If you want to
glitter.
create a really cool background, there's a couple of ways we can go around with it. Let's spritz the background a little bit first. Okay, so we'll spritz the background a little bit so that's already wet, and then we can start dragging some colour through. See, so we've got that lighter colour through like that, and then we can start adding some of the other colour into it if we want.
We've had a question from Linda, and Linda asks, very good question, good afternoon, Linda. Is there any card or paper that the embossing folders won't emboss on? I don't think so.
I don't think so, Linda, no. I mean, seriously, just try it. That's tough. I mean, they'll actually do, you know, metal, faux metal and craft metal, and so that they're really tough. You know, they're tougher than your average folder because they've got to be. It's not just about the depth of the folder, it's about the quality of the hinge as well, because, you know, that's got to be a strong point. You don't want it weakening. So I would say just try it. This is the thing. Try it to go through. Your machine will tell you if it's ridiculously thick. It'll say, no, you're having a laugh. That's not happening. What are you thinking? And it'll just tell you it won't go through. So give it a try. I haven't tried anything yet that won't go through.
Just while we're drying that, I should probably show the seasons swatch, because I haven't really shown. I'm sorry, I haven't really shown this yet up until now. We've been showing the vintage hues, which is this one very quickly, but this is the seasons now, where you're still getting vintagey sort of colour. If you love your vintage tones, you know, you're still getting, you know, smoked quartz and olive jade and harvest moon, which I'm pretty certain is one of the colours we just put down. But look at holly leaf, starry sky and red berry. Those are some strong Christmassy, wintry colours. And then your summer colours up here, as well as your autumn, and they're your springtime colours there. Pink champagne, moonlight and soft jade. 676204 for your seasons sparkle pens, laden with glitter. The vintage hues, 80% of the stock now gone. So yeah, definitely order early on the vintage hues there for your sage, ocean wave, macaroon, peacock and boudoir. 404903 for your vintage hues. We're very lucky to have them today, and extremely lucky to have them at half price. Naughty times.
Definitely. So Matt, what I've done is I've created a background here, but like I said, I wanted to show you how little you needed to use of the product, because I didn't brush it to cover the whole background directly from the pen, because that's using all my product. I scribbled a little bit on a non-porous surface. It's not even like going on card, it just sat on the top. And then I brushed it on a damp background. But look, see how amazingly sparkly and fabulous that background is. Now that there is now going to be embossed.
Just shows you how sparkly the pens are.
That's the next stage. So I'm going to pop that through a folder. If I've got time, I'm going to pop a little bit of gilding wax on it and show you how cool that looks.
We like the sound of that. But do you see how sparkly it is still? Like even with the pens diluted out, so that's how much glitter is in these pens.
There's another one I made.
Ooh, yeah.
Same set, yeah, but dropping some water on it. So it depends on what look you want, what you want to go for. So a little bit more intense colour, a little bit less intense. So see?
Very nice.
Yeah. Which one should we do? Which one do you want?
Gosh, I don't know. The lighter toned one?
Okay, the lighter one we just
did?
did. Let's do that one. Okay, so we'll pop that through this this really pretty floral and butterfly one. Remember, if it's got the wording on there, put the card face up so that the wording's on that bit. I'm going to pop it through. So for the Gemini to go through, you've got your plastic spacer, you've got your magnetic shim, and then you've got your folder and one of them, because two of these is just too thick for the 3D folders, because obviously their quality's just being, you know, ramped up.
We're lucky because we've got our Gemini Junior, we've also got Gemini that we've used with these before, but whatever machine you've got, don't let that stop you from getting your folders today, because there will be a sandwich that works with it. It's on the Crafters Companion website. I'm almost 100% sure there's a page dedicated to it. You've got your vintage shoes here. They've just gone limited stock on the vintage shoes, so definitely time to order those. Limited stock, meaning that's the last 10% of the stock left on the vintage hues.
Yeah, that's just pretty colours. They're just so usable. And I was just saying on the previous show that, you know, you can ruin a great image by bad colours that go together. And when we go and shop for the house and things, it's usually we're drawn to the colour, and the colour that will go with the environment that we're living in. So think about that when you're making things to sell as well, because there's no restriction on how many you want to make and sell with these folders either. But look at how cool that is. Now I'm going to pop some gilding wax on it. I could use an applicator and put some ink over the top to bring it, to make it darker instead of lighter, but I think I'm going to use some wax instead. So just going over, and because I like that purpley kind of cooler colours there,
purple and silver's
so
working
just
well,
going, it's working nicely, isn't it? Yeah. And then I'm popping a little bit more on there, and so you can see how pretty that's looking. So don't worry, even if you do a background you think, oh, it's not my favourite I've ever seen, that's just going to be just part of the story. You're going to pop something else on top of it. So, you know, give it a try, see what it looks like. I bet it looks cool when you're done. Look at all that texture coming out in the background I've popped in, those little bits, little floaty, polleny, petally bits in the background,
like you say, you know, if Plan A doesn't work, 25
exactly. Now, you know, that should be put on a stamp, you know, Matt.
Well, yes, you think it would be. I mean, you know, if it were to be put on a stamp,
what would you imagine it would look like, Matt?
I don't know.
Some kind of cool font, do you think, that would make it look really quite funky and usable and quite modern? And
let's mock it up now.
Okay, go on then.
This is what it would look like.
Okay,
you know, the tabloid newspapers
just
say,
saying it now, yeah.
This is what this celebrity would look like if they did make it to space.
Nah, that would never work. That's rubbish.
Yeah, no, you sure? I mean, I've just mocked that up in just 10 seconds or so. But,
you did good, Matt.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Would you like to help me with the next ones?
I will.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll think about it.
Think about it. Cheers, Matt. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clear this up here, and then I'm going to show you this very last one that we've just done really quickly. I've got an avalanche going on here. What we'll do is we've got another hour after this.
Yes, 7 p.m.
So we'll do some more, maybe do that little bit of verdigris and things. But this hasn't been polished yet. But imagine that when we polish it, so you've got that really pretty kind of silver haze, or says the shine with that lovely rainbowy colour in the background. Very pretty, isn't it?
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, there you go. quick and easy and simple with your pens in the background.
Very pretty. Lovely. Now, if you are joining Freedom today, it would make a lot of sense. In fact, it does make total sense to join Freedom to get the complete bundle, because the saving that you make is balancing out the cost of joining Freedom. You save, including your delivery, around about £8 or so on today's complete collection, but it only costs £6.97 a month to join Freedom. For that, you get unlimited standard delivery, you get exclusive member discounts, but you also get a membership badge, and then you get to stay in touch with us with the monthly newsletter too. So lots and lots of reasons to join Freedom. It's item number 88888, and you can order it on the web or the phone today. Some stunning examples here, actually, Sheena. Absolutely stunning.
Amazing, aren't they?
There's one I didn't get a chance to show, and it's that one there.
Oh, I love this. This is so pretty. This is another technique that we might try and show you in the 7 o'clock. It's similar to the one with the cherry blossom, to be honest, because it's been, this is Lisa's card, and she's run it through the machine with some Sheena card or watercolour card, and Sheena card, and then use sparkle pens to just colour in the images, just pick them out. That was the vintage, but so I don't know if there are any vintage left.
They've technically sold out.
No, but they would use with their
hues.
seasons as well. You could work it with any, and don't miss out. You know, just for the next show, if you're thinking, I didn't get the vintage, don't miss out on any sparkle pens that are half price. Just between you and me, you can't go wrong with any of them.
Don't let it go.
Don't
Do
let them
not
go.
let it go.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were making a really important point there, but you said you can work it, we can work, and I was thinking Missy Elliott then. You know, that's one. So then, just here, you've got that wonderful, you've got the leaves blowing there in the foreground. I love it. I absolutely love the life that you can get.
It looks like
with
a painting.
3D embossing folder.
That looks like a painting, and that's only achievable because the thing is that is it's so defined, the definition's so obvious that you can easily paint where the tree should be and make it look like you're painting, not like a stamp. Or lines that you're following in there.
That whole idea, and if you are stamping, you've told us that really cool technique where, you know, you've got a slightly lighter tone, so a charcoal, like a pencil line with your stamps. So it's all about trickery, isn't it?
It is. It's using your investment in different ways to give completely different looks.
A bold line when you want one, a softer line when you want one, and then here, no line at all, you know, just a really wonderful image. And then the stamp helping to add to the background with the embossing folder.
Exactly, really, really cool. The stamps, again, part of... They look like you can think that maybe small little things in between the text. They're not. They're huge. They're big stamps in their own right.
Yeah, you can see that is the stamp. You know, you're getting that. And then the text itself, these are big, you know, great for your canvases, great for your journals as well. Just because your path is different, it doesn't mean you're lost, with your gorgeous hot air balloons in the background there. And then using a very similar technique to the one you've shown us today, painting over your embossed artwork.
Super cool, aren't they, Matt? Absolutely,
lots
absolutely.
and lots.
So many different. This is the technique I just did. You know the technique I just did with the background with the sparkle pens?
Yes.
So if you want the sparkle pens and then the gilding wax over the top, but then put the greeting on a wrap of acetate, so you're looking through it. So because it's a big bold greeting, it doesn't have to find its own space. You can actually look through the greeting and still see the background.
Again, a stunning example of what's possible. Using your embossed image on the background, but this looks like, instead of a gilding wax, looks like a sort of mica, maybe
that looks like a sparkle pen on the background on top of the that's what, because when you use a sparkle pen on black card, whatever colour sparkle pen, it won't look as vibrant, and because they're a dye base, so they're transparent, but you'll still see a hint of colour on there, but you get all the sparkle. You actually see sparkle more than anything.
On black card. If you haven't already got your sparkle pens, then all good reasons to get hold of those today. And then we saw this card earlier, but I can't help but show it again, Sheena. This is again another
cool?
standout piece.
Super cool. You know, one of those panels on a DL size card would look great, but 3 of them on that looks super cool.
And there's this one that opened out too. Do you mind if I show this one?
No, I love this too.
This is just an amazing example.
So this is the same background as I just did, the last background, but over the top, dry brush. So a dry flat brush with either white acrylic paint or gesso, Pevio gesso over the top, and you get this really nice lacy, ethereal, ghosty kind of look of the image over the top.
That's the one. Mix and match your embossing folders. I can't believe it that after just 1 hour, we're approaching half the stock gone on the complete bundle. So you've done well to get it early doors.
Definitely.
Back at 7 p.m.
Back at 7,
Sheena? Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, stay tuned. We've got Lisa Horton next for a launch of a one-day special, officially launching at 6, but you're here at the pre-launch, pre-party, so it's a double show, and then she is back at 7.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to be a Freedom member? Join us from 6 p.m. on the 11th of January for our fantastic bonus Freedom event, where we're going to offer you a little something extra for the new year. When you make a purchase of £30 or more from us during this event, you'll automatically be given a bonus promo code, which will entitle you to a 1-month Freedom membership, where you'll be able to experience the benefits of Freedom, including unlimited standard delivery. For existing Freedom members who are already experiencing benefits, when you make your first purchase of £30 or more during our event, you'll be given a bonus promo code that will discount your purchase by £6.97. So don't forget to tune in or shop online to take advantage of Bonus Freedom from 6 p.m. on the 11th of January.
Hi, I'm Alice from Alice Stitch Your Fingers. I've been sewing most of my life. I absolutely love sewing. I've been with the Hochanda now from the very beginning, really. That's when I started to go there. The Hochanda family are lovely people to work with, and I'm really enjoying my time with them. Designing is a big part of the journey for me as well. I love going out and finding the fabrics to use in the projects and bringing them to you. I love the designing process from start to finish, and then the finished project is just the icing on the cake. So make sure you don't miss out. Come and sew with me on Hochanda.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh! Well, that didn't work now, did it?
No.
Morning, afternoon, evening.
Even.
Evening.
Was it evening yet?
Yes, because
Right.
it's the launch of a brand new one-day special.
Early?
Yes, early.
Early?
An early launch. I thought it were mixing me up.
Oh, it's confused me totally.
Oh, it's confused
I thought I had an hour left to go, but...
So have you got a 2-hour launch,
Yeah.
Miss Lisa? Gosh.
Yeah.
You're going to be a busy bee. Now, we have got a brand new launch. Welcome. You are, of course, tuned to Hochanda. My name's Leonie, and this is Lisa. I think I said my name's Lisa. Really, really
can if you want.
Very confused, but our Lisa's brought an incredible range of dyes from Sue Wilson. And these are beautiful because you can do so many different things with them, can't you, Lisa?
I love these, and this it just is my go-to dye. I love this dye. Now, this is great. Obviously, you can make your heels, you can make your clouds, but then start thinking outside this box. You could start splitting cards up, splitting backgrounds up. You can put, crosses in your cards and separate pieces, layer things up. Great.
And I love the stitch detail on it as well.
Yeah.
I think that makes it look cool.
And also it's stitched on both sides, so if you leave it in the card, take it out of the card, you're always going to get that detail.
Beautiful.
I think...
Do you know what?
They're going to be very busy.
Well, do you know what? Even individually, we have got the dies individually. If you do want them, they're there at the bottom of the screen. And this is the kind of thing you can do. So you're layering, you're creating all those gorgeous looks. They are fabulous. If you do want those dies, they are on their own and they're already busy on their own. They're there 452918. That is ridiculously cute.
Isn't it cute? If you think they're clouds, but you can also have those as waves under the sea.
Yeah,
You can have them as hills. they are just so
Superb.
useful, aren't
nice
they?
to stencil round
Yeah,
as well.
absolutely.
Now, that's your first collection within the collection. You've got loads of different accents as well. I mean, I love these with your air balloon. The thing is, as well, obviously you've got your air balloon, but when I spin it round, you've got the layers, haven't you?
Exactly. So what you've got in here, you can have an outline of a balloon. You can cut into your balloon. You can have detail on your balloon. Then you can also have them with a treat cup inside them and have shaker cards as well.
Yes, of
And you've
course.
also got those really on-trend style of fonts as well, of your sentiments too. So you also, with the Wonder Special, get your 6 treat cups too. So use them with, use them without. But if you look, I mean, that's gorgeous with those clouds again and the sun.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, everything we've got that you see here is on the show today.
That is
so.
absolutely gorgeous. The little birds are
I
fabulous.
know, they're so cute. They are so cute. So what Sue's done, you've got 2 or 3 birds in the set as well. So
Amazing.
it's not just one bird you have to cut out all the time.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
I love it. So with this one, you've got the gorgeous sentiments. Again, you've got that wonderful air balloon. And really, like you were saying, lovely fonts. Yeah. The next one that we've got, and these are all big collections. Yeah. You know, you've got a lot within each die set. The next one, here's your birdies.
Oh,
so you've got your birdies,
this.
you've got your stitch cloud, so it goes. You've got your stitched rainbow, so everything goes.
Again, very trendy, very modern, very classic as well.
Yeah.
You can use these with lots of other things that you have already. Great with your little girl stamps. They're great with your unicorns.
Gorgeous.
They're, you know, if you've got one of Francois' unicorn stamps, for example, how cool would that be? And the clouds as well. And the look, Sue's done the rainbow there in the pastel colours, but then do it in your bright colours.
Yeah.
All
that's
sorts of ways.
Exquisite.
Isn't
Absolutely
it just?
exquisite. So that's your rainbow with obviously all your different embellishments. Last but by no means least in the set, you have got your rain or your shine. So you've got the wonderful umbrella and your welly. You've also got your fabulous sunshine.
Look
again,
at your raindrops.
Stitched. Even the teeny tiny reindeers.
Even the teeny tiny raindrops.
Now, if I said reindeers, they are raindrops and not tiny reindeers.
They're funny looking reindeers.
Yeah, they are. Thankfully, they are not individual dies, because that'd be lethal.
No, that would be a nightmare, wouldn't it? You'd be losing those. But if you think about it, they cut into the cards, so put some glitter behind them and cut them into the card.
Amazing. Okay, so they're not, that's such a nice idea, isn't it?
Exactly.
So beautiful for backgrounds.
But also use your bits that come out and use them as independent pieces if you want to.
Yeah.
I think if you look at...
Sorry,
if you look at that one,
pretty.
that's the one where I've cut them out. So this card went absolutely crazy on Facebook and Instagram. People really love this, and I think it's the simplicity of it, because you've got the chalk cloud there as well and the pixie powders, but that is just 1 or 2 of the dies in the set. You know,
that look pretty?
Doesn't it just look really pretty?
Really cool collection. I love this because for starters, value for money, you've got 33 dies, and then of course you've got the treat cups as well. Now you've actually made a £13 saving here, which is just a phenomenal saving when you look at the variation that you can get, when you look at the amount of dies that you are getting. And I like them because they can be really cute, they can be really stylised.
Exactly.
They really do mix and match with so many different looks, don't they?
And the thing is, I think this is a great add-on collection to anything you already own, whether it be creative expressions, anything else. You know, if you look at, I've got my gnomes back on the show today. They work fabulously with my gnomes. Also, what I like about them is, like you said, you can use them almost like stencils for your clouds and things like that. And I think Christmas as well, with your clouds as well.
I love
and your
that.
hills. Yeah, see that one?
Good.
What I did is I used the inner elements of the hot air balloon and cut them into the card, then paper piece them.
Yeah, that's so pretty. See, that alone is a good background. They'd be good as upside down as a Christmas bauble.
Wouldn't they? Wouldn't they just?
You know what? It's funny, isn't it? I love them.
See,
in my head, then I'm so funny. Oh,
that's.
Thank you.
That's one of my favourite cards. It's really
beautiful.
simple, really easy to do, but very, very modern.
That's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, love this collection. Really love it. I think it's uplifting. I think it's different. It has got all that stitch detail, so again, it makes it a little bit modern. If you do want to get hold of this, it's a huge bundle and a brilliant saving. £13 saving. Please do not miss out on this collection. Absolutely absolutely gorgeous from our Sue. Just 2 flex pies of £24.48. That's 064548. That's your item number. Obviously, if you do want it, please make sure you're checking it out on the website, hochanda.com, or you can order on the phone lines, 01733 602 2000. If you have any questions, you can email us as well. studio@hochanda.com. Okay then, the stamp set. Again, absolutely lovely. Sorry, we were
No.
I were trying to spin it out a bit because we were trying to find samples. See, the things we do behind the scenes.
I know.
It's like juggling here.
Isn't it just?
It is, it's like juggling. Now then, this is your stamp set. Have a look at this. You've got 23 stamps in total. I'm just going to spin it around briefly so you can see they're way bigger. So way bigger than they look on the packaging.
Absolutely.
Clear stamps so you can see exactly where you're stamping.
Love these. Love these. You've got your
Do you
little
love
boot
them?
on there. I really do, and I use these actually quite a lot in everyday crafting as well, not just with this collection. I love it. I love it. You've got little flowers on there to go with your umbrella and your sentiments and your boots, and you know, I think again it's one of those. It's a great to work with this collection, but again independently. Just
and
use it
I
at a
think
time.
they're quite uplifting. You know, sending smiles across the miles. If friends with flowers, I'd pick you. We've got things like sending cheerful wishes, and then have a blooming great day. May all your weeds be wildflowers.
I like that.
Oh,
I like that.
And again, the font is just gorgeous.
It is, and it fits with the whole theme of the happy, you know, bright summer.
Yeah.
Summer, doesn't it? That's what it says to me.
It's summery. The sky is indeed the limit. Now, if you'd like to go for that collection, really good price, $11.99, 23 stamps altogether. 143959 is your item number. Okay, the tree. Now,
the tree.
We have had this on once before. I love this die because it's just got so many variations that you can achieve with it.
You know what? This is one, when I saw it, I was like, and I cut it. And that was it. I was sold straight away. You need to cut this die. We need to show you this die because it is absolutely beautiful.
Because you've got an outside.
Yes, you've got an outside.
Then you've got the leaves, and then you've got the actual trunk. So they are separate, three separate dies.
Exactly. And, you know, the piece that's inside that kind of cuts out into the card, if you like, it's held on to by the ends. Does that make sense? So your leaves don't fall out. The leaves are still in the card as well.
Yeah.
But we have got, I think that, there's a sample there. But I just think it's stunning. It's absolutely stunning.
I love it.
So
see, it's got such dimension.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? So you can, you know, you could cut those leaves into a card and just have as a background straight away. The other thing I like about it is we've got the hills in there as well, and that sun as well. And it makes it look a little bit more brighter than...
Yeah, and it all goes together.
It does.
You know,
it does.
they just complement each other beautifully. And you can see, of course, the wonderful stamp as well. Now, that die, it's a stunning die, is this one. Only £12.99. You're getting 3 dies, and it just gives you so many variations. Really, really cool die. Now, £12.99, that's 922078. Okay, I'm going to give you loads of goodies because it is Creative Expressions. That means you need to get on the website. We have got so many things on today's show. This one is one of your staples. It's one of your must-haves. It's one of your essentials. It's one I still haven't got myself. And that really annoys me.
You need it.
Because the amount, and no word of a lie, right? The amount of times I'm making cards for me, you know, me Let Leonie Loose shows, and I think, oh, I wish I had that die. I'm not joking. I'm not saying that just for... seriously, it's one of those that just adds a gorgeous finishing touch. You've got 11 dies in total. They all nest beautifully, but it's the stitch detail that makes these stand out from other dies. It's stunning. Now, $26.99 as well for Freedom members, so a nice little saving there. No postage for Freedom members. 861443. Now, that's the rectangles. Rectangles are my fave, but we have got the circles as well. Absolutely beautiful. Now, set B, the circles. Is there another set of circles then?
There is another set of circles, and I think they're about 1/8 of an inch.
Super, so you'll get even more nesties.
In size,
They're just such a, again, really, really handy set of dies. They'll be your go-tos. You've got 2 flex spies, 20 quid. 438792 is your item number. And the big dies, them as well, proper big dies. We will show you them live. However, It's demo time.
demo
right,
time.
Aralisa, what are you up to?
What I wanted to show you is another way of using this cloud as well, because I think you automatically cut it and stick it across the bottom, or you stick it across the top, but use it in a diagonal way, and I think that
That's
just
cute.
looks really effective, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously gnomes are on the show as well. You've probably seen the gnomes before, but again, it's one to show you. Fabulous.
Yeah.
Also, I want to show you how I work with the rainbow, because it's something a bit different. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to die cut our rainbow shape. So what you get, hang on a minute, I'm just going to lean forward and pull those off so I don't lose where they sit. So what you do is you basically die cut this 7 times, so you get your 7 different colours. And then if you think about it, you've then got 7 sets of rainbows, because you've got all the different sizes that you haven't used.
Yeah.
So there's your rainbow pieces. But what I like to do is use a piece of white card and cut the base. It will become clear when I do this.
Now, we have got queues on the phones. If you don't want to sit on the queues, the website is the way to shop. It is hochanda.com. You can peruse the website. As we say, it's Creative Expressions have so many good goodies. So get on the website. We've got some new beautiful chocolate in some nice colours. We've also got some fabulous spritzers as well, some lovely sprays. Again, really nice colours. And pixie powders. We love the pixie powders. Different colours, so check the website for those. Okay.
We're going to be using quite a lot of stuff this evening.
Indeed.
So, okay, so it cuts out like this into your card. Okay,
wonderful.
Just give it a tap.
Okay.
And then here we go. Let me use my tweezers. Where have I put my tweezers already?
Oh, hi, Lise.
Oh.
You were some me, love. Oh,
there they are. Look, they're tidied away. Tidied away. Okay, so there we go.
Okay.
So when you cut it out, it doesn't cut on the edges, okay?
That's good.
Which is what I really like. So you can snip them if you need them. If you don't, don't.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of double-sided tape on the back so it doesn't split. Okay.
Oh, it's very busy. If there is anything you want, please be quick. I know I'm going to bug you again, since it's very busy, but the last time I did this, everything sold out, but I have to keep saying it.
The thing is, what I'll say to you is, and this is the truth, this is a little story. When I was designing my dies for this year, I designed some really similar, really similar to this. And it's because they're really on trend. And I thought, well, you know, I'd use this an awful lot. And then when I saw what Sue had done, and the boss said, you know, Sue's already done these, and I was like, wow, fantastic. I can get my hands on them now rather than having to wait till the summer.
But isn't it funny?
It's because it's so modern. It's so what everybody's buying at the moment. And I think if you haven't got anything like this, this is just such a perfect set to have in the
and they're
stash.
just so easy to use as well, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. So that basically holds it in place. So your bits aren't going to flap around a lot.
So your bits aren't going to drop out.
Right. I've got to put my glasses on. I tell you what, I had to get new glasses. They've put me on very focal, so if I look at you funny, it's because I can't see you.
Oh my word. So I'll be ready for Alice looking at me funny and having a bit of a wobble.
So
have to watch out for Alice. I'll be ready to catch you, love. Don't you worry.
Okay. Just don't drive when I'm on the road.
No, I think possibly you don't drive.
Probably
so now, could you not just slap a bit of double-sided down there and just stick them onto it?
But I don't like doing that, because I don't. You know, I don't like doing that. You know what I'm like. I'm really, really fussy.
Oh my good grief!
All I do is I put a little bit of glue around there.
You never put them on individually.
Of course you do. Oh. It takes a minute. Look.
I know it does. I'm only teasing you.
There you go. One done.
There
you go. And then
2.
2.
No, I'm only joking. You see, me being me, I just slap a little bit of double-sided.
You could even do this. Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm
quite a perfectionist.
I am a perfectionist. Everyone at Creative Expressions will tell you I'm seriously fussy. I'm the slowest card maker on the planet.
But that's because they're always just right.
But yeah, I have to take after my dad for this. I am really, really slow, and most of my cards are really simple, and that's what I can't get my head around. Why am I so slow when they're so easy? So, do you see what I mean? And so if I put the glue all the way along, I prefer it because it would have held them down better.
You could have done that.
Miss Leonie,
you don't need to be bullied by me.
Yes, I do. I do really.
Oh, you don't.
Because, you know, by doing it this way, we'll get more demos in, won't we?
Yeah, there is that.
There is that to it. You're too polite. You're not normally, but...
It's only because we're on air.
I know. So, is that the right one for the next one?
Yeah, that's lovely.
So, if you can see, I'm not worrying about the ends and lining them up because they're going to be behind the cloud anyway.
Fabulous, so it don't matter. I do love a rainbow. A rainbow is just a little bit magical, isn't it?
It is, it really is. And I think you can mix and match colours. You don't have to go with the conventional red and pink, green and whatever. You can make them look whatever you want them to be. The other thing, which I won't get a chance tonight, but tomorrow, what I also like to do with the rainbows is not use them as rainbows. And I turn them sideways, and perhaps it will be, if it's a card, you'd have one that side of the card, one that side of the card, sentiment across the middle, done.
And even if it was just like in black and white, alternate, it's going to look cool, isn't it?
Very
There's so much you can do with it.
Yeah.
It is funny, isn't it, when you start thinking about all the different variants that you can get.
So, there we go, there's our rainbow. So, the next thing we've got is our card. So, my cards are quite twee and small, but you can obviously do this on a grander scale. So, I've got my 10th fold card, and then I've got a plain piece of card that will go over the top, but we're going to raise it up a little bit. So, what we need to do is get that die on that corner. Okay. So, let me just move my bits out of the way.
Beautiful.
And then we'll take... See, what we've got with the clouds... Well, they're not... I don't want to call them clouds, because they don't have to be clouds. Clouds and hills is what they are described as, but I still think there's a lot more to them than that.
The good wobbly backgrounds.
Yeah. They are wobbly backgrounds. So what's lovely is when you lay them up, because they're different shapes, you get some really different effects in the sky. And then the other three we've got, because it's easy to show you the dies, so you've got a hill that way, you've got a little bit more of a wobbly one that way, and another slightly more wobbly one that way.
Marvellous.
So... on the packaging, you probably don't know, you can't see them as well as you can like that.
They're a nice long die as well. And you've got your stitch detail on either side of the cut line, which allows you to use the scraps and use the bit that you're actually cutting from. I do like that.
This actually is probably something you'll see me bring back time and time again, because I just get so much use out of it.
It's a good usable die.
It really is. So a little bit of tape on there, pop that onto my...
Marvellous.
Actually pop that down like that.
And then while you're cutting, I'm going to show you this, because if you were thinking about building a rainbow, then you definitely want to be thinking about building this. So you have got your gorgeous cardstock. It's got a really nice texture to it as well. Double-sided, of course, one side plain, one side textured. Lovely colours, the perfect colour palette for your rainbow. You've got your blues, you've got your gorgeous purple there, that fabulous, bright, vivid green, the yellows, the marigold, and then you've got the orange as well. Really nice quality. Look at this.
I have a feeling you get two different...
Yeah, brights and shimmer, you're not wrong.
Oh, you've got cold little fingers. That's my shimmer one, so I need it back. Oh.
I'm not going to give it you back. Oh, it's okay, Miss D's got one.
You sure?
Yay!
There you go.
There you go.
Thank you.
Oh, bear with, have you got some scissors?
Oh, see what I
Okay. Use your pin.
No, don't use my pin.
Don't use your pin.
Because my pin gets bent and then I can't get it down the nozzle
Don't
thing.
bend a pin.
Don't bend your pin.
Rules.
Yeah,
rules.
see what I mean? I'm a bit fussy with my things, aren't I?
Alice.
Can you get it open?
See what I've done to your scissors. I'm joking. So, look at this for a little bit of shimmer. Oh, Now then, again, the oohs in my head were very good. So, you've got, now these are nice.
They're lovely.
Because have a look at this. You've got a shimmery one side, you've got plain the other, only $13.99, and you are getting both of these pads. So you get your gorgeous shimmery one, the colours are divine in here. You've got your shimmery one, and then you've got your texture one. This is a nice collection.
It's a gorgeous collection, isn't it?
These are nice.
Look at that, I just love that.
Yeah, that is lovely.
Yeah.
Even the
that
pink.
with the lime green.
Yes.
Look at that. Like, look at those two together.
Yeah, that's just fabulous, isn't it? Oh yeah, nice, very nice indeed. Die cuts with a view, so good quality, absolutely stunning. £13.99 is your price. 989-578. Very busy for those, so if you'd like them, please check your baskets out. You are getting 48 in your brights. That's the texture. 36 in that beautiful shimmery as well. 84 sheets all together for £13.99. Next. 16 pence a sheet.
The next thing we're going to do, we're just going to tape some of this down.
Yes.
So with my little roll of tape here.
Oh, yeah, your tiny roll of tape.
I know, this is just one of my... I normally use the woodware tape because I really like that. But I run out of the really thin stuff, which is what I like just for...
Itty bitties.
Itty bitties, yeah. Sorry, I couldn't talk and stick then, could I?
No.
There's a little fly.
Oh.
Sorry. So there's a little fly just went across my face there. So whoosh.
There was.
There was, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yeah, she weren't making things up.
I wasn't just being random, was I?
No.
Like I normally am.
Yeah.
When I'm with you. Okay, so let's just pop a little bit of tape on there.
Marvellous.
Marvellous. Yes. And then, oh, my finger's stuck in my scissors. Look at this. Oh, dramas.
Drama, love.
So, the next thing we're going to do is just lay that where we want it. So I think a bit like that,
Lovely.
just to show you. And then we'll have so straight away.
Yeah,
you can see.
that's lovely.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
It looks really cool, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, I do like that a lot.
So,
and it is quick.
Quick.
If you are cutting, so every time you cut it, of course you are going to be cutting the full rainbow. You won't be cutting each individual strip. So it does mean, like you say, you've actually got multiples every time you cut.
Yeah. And this is what I found. I was thinking, oh, if I've got to cut that 7 times, well, actually, that's all right. Because imagine we're cutting 7 rainbows every time I do it.
Yeah, I think that's, it's lovely, isn't it? Because just keep the pieces for when you need them.
I mean, I've got... So all the rainbows you're going to see are probably going to be the same colours because
you cut it 7 times.
I've cut it 7 times anyway.
And it'd be daft not to. Oh. If you do want this collection, it is obviously your fantastic one-day special, saving £13. You're getting a rainbow, you're getting clouds, you're getting hills, you're getting sunshines. It is 064584. That's your item number. Flexibuy, 2 payments, £24.48. If you had to create your own rainbow, what colours would you choose? I think I'd go for... I like the white on white. I thought that looked quite good.
Yeah, I thought that was a good idea. Yeah. I think the black and white one was a good idea as well.
I quite like that. Or you could have, like, going from white to greys and then black.
You could. Almost like...
the monochrome.
What do they call it? An ombre.
Oh, yeah?
You could do an ombre.
You could have an ombre.
Ombre. No, that's underlay, isn't it?
Yeah, underlay. What would be yours? Would you go really brights? Would you go gorgeous pastels? The choice is yours.
I just think when you've got the opportunity, if you've got a die cutting machine, you've got the die, you can just creativity, isn't it? You can do whatever, all sorts of colours. But what have we got on here? We've actually got all the colours, I think, haven't we? Red, yellow, pink, green, purple. Oh, we've got orange on there, have we? I've missed out the orange.
Yeah.
But the orange, you know.
I love how everybody knows that tune, don't they?
They do.
It's just, it's theirs, isn't it?
Was you singing it then?
Yeah. Yeah. In my head, I've been singing it since the beginning of this.
I can imagine you have, actually.
Yeah, it's on repeat in my head.
You'll be singing that in your sleep tonight, won't you? Okay. So let's take the backing off.
Okay, so obviously building it up because it has to be the same depth as that.
Exactly. Sorry, I was listening in my ear. They were singing
ABC.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
I know, it's worrying, isn't it?
If we both go quiet, it's because we're listening.
Yeah, sending us to sleep.
So our lullabies.
Oh, bless them. So, last one. Bring that forward and then lay that right at the bottom there. Pop that over. There we go.
Lovely. Oh, that's so cute.
So cute. Already it looks cute.
And
lovely,
that could be anything, couldn't it? Like you could have just the little raindrops on there. Literally anything will go with that.
Absolutely.
That'd look nice embossed as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So I thought we'll pop our little gnome on there.
We've got the gnomes on the show, of course. If you do want the gnomes, you have got your fabulous little stamps. Again, really cute little characters. Really, really fabulous. And these are yours, aren't they, Eileen?
Yeah, they are.
Can I show them while you're doing more sticky stuff? Because have a look at these. You've got all of these, and these are really cute. See. If I spin them round, you can see the chickens, the lovely little rabbit.
I know. It's really it is very spring-like, isn't it? I think it's lovely.
You put a spring in my step. You've got your little flowers on there as well. A really, really cute selection of stamps. And of course, a gnome isn't just for spring. Could be for any time of the year. Oh, they are cute. Look at them. Look at the little rabbit. Oh,
they are cute. They really are cute. I do like this collection.
And I like that. That's really nice, isn't it?
Yeah, that's literally a couple of the stamps that are independent pieces. And I think they look really cool like that, don't they?
Yeah, that's such a good idea. Now, if you would like this collection of stamps, only £11.99. Brilliant, brilliant collection. Really different, really quirky, really cute. 023 225 is your item number for that set. Where are we at then?
So, what I've also done is, on that one, I've put one of the sentiments, your gnome spring chicken.
Yes.
But this one, I've die cut one of the sentiments, which is You Are My Sunshine.
Lovely.
And we're just going to pop that on there, and we're done. So let me...
Now, that one, is that die cut from a cool background?
It's die cut from a pixie powder background.
Can I pinch that pixie powder background?
It's only a little bit left, but you can.
See.
Yeah, and that's got the blue lagoon on there.
Is that what we've got today?
Yeah. Sorry, is it aqua lagoon, blue lagoon?
We've got a little bit of aqua lagoon, I believe.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And it is your aqua lagoon. Now, if you do want your pixie powder, they do. I mean, the shimmer is just lovely. You've got a set of four. You've got candy pink, you've got aqua lagoon, you've got burnt orange, and you've got the golden mint at $13.99. And it's nice because you can do your gorgeous backgrounds, die cut them, because that has got the shimmer, and you can still see the different colour tones.
But you can also see I've picked up a little bit of pink somewhere along the way, but it doesn't matter.
No, it completely works.
And also, I've taken a lot of the glue off with my hand, but if you've got a little bit on there, don't worry, it is clear drying, so it would...
Yeah, so it's not going to make a mess.
And we stand that up.
Oh.
So cute.
Yeah, that is really cute. That's really cute.
So isn't that lovely? So when that glue dries on there, you won't see that at the bottom, but I think that looks really lovely.
Yeah, I do. So You Are My Sunshine or your gnome spring chicken. Oh, harsh but fair. Now, if you'd love to get hold of your fantastic little pixie powders, we have got those on the show. A beautiful new colour palette. And again, so many ways you can use these. See, this is a nice thing about your creative expression shows. Everything mixes and matches. Everything complements each other. And there's so many different variants that you can achieve. Don't miss out on any of these, because honestly, everything is just so beautiful. I think the thing is, with creative expressions, you start building up. You start building up your collections. You start building up, say, your pixie powders or your beautiful colour clouds. There's so many different elements that they bring us that work. But this is all about your one-day special. Remember, this is an early launch. We have got a 2-hour launch from our Lisa, but you have only got your 24 hours to get yourself a bargain, and it is a bargain. It's a £13 saving here, and you're looking at 33 dies. So you've got big dies that you can do so much with, whether you're creating gorgeous stitch backgrounds, whether you're using these for borders, whether you are using them for stenciling over. You've got that detail on the curves, but you've also got the stitch detail on either side of the die, and that's important because the bit that you leave in or you cut out will have that stitch detail. I love that. I think it's really nice because you don't have any waste. You've then got the wonderful air balloon. We'd look at all the different sentiments. You've got sending birthday, and it could be wishes, of course, get well soon, your way. You've got lift your spirits. So good big dies and fantastic sentiments, really uplifting sentiments, as there should be. You've then got come down the front, that's the one that we just seen our Lisa use, that fabulous rainbow. The rainbow is beautiful, and of course you've got the birds in there, you've got the hearts, and then you are my sunshine, and to brighten your day with the clouds and with the hearts all stitched. And this is the thing, everything matches, everything goes together because you have got that stitch detail. It's a little bit of a Sue Wilson trademark now, isn't it, the stitch detail, because there's so many dies with the stitch detail, and everything matches. You've got your raindrops, you've got the welly boot, you've also got your little rain, your umbrellas as well. Under the weather, rain or shine, you are a friend of mine. We like that. Let me show you this. Look. It's bright and shiny and lovely. That is with your pixie powders. So, of course, using your pixie powders to get gorgeous layers, to get loads of different looks, and to get something different every single time. You can make such plain, not plain, that's the wrong word, such a stylised card, you know, that lovely simple version, but it just looks so exquisite. Again, using the dies in different ways, because you are getting layers, because it allows you to use them in so many different ways. You'll be able to play with these. Love it, absolutely love this. Now then, 064584, that's your item number. Again, so many ways that you can use this. You've got £13 saving. You've got the whole collection for just $48.96. It is a great price, especially when you know you've got your flexi-buy as well. Split those payments, 2 payments, £24.48. 064584, that's your item number there. Now, that's your lovely massive die collection, but then we've got everything else that'll marry with it, mix and match with it, marry up with it even. I'll be quick so I can get back to our Lisa. Ready, steady, go. This is your stamp collection. With your stamp collection, you're getting good size stamps here. If I just whip that round, you can see they are going to make a gorgeous impression. And you've got really nice uplifting sentiments here, like the sky is the limit, you'll soar above the rest, believe in your dreams. So again, really nice uplifting sentiments, and then some welly boots and your brollies that'll mix and match with your dies. Now, these have been busy. A quarter of the stock has gone, just £11.99. That is 143959. That's your item number. I'm going to do that. So it's the right wheel. 143959. Now, next we have got for you your tree. It could be an autumn tree. It could be a winter tree with all its bare branches. Or, of course, it could be a tree in full bloom. The choice is yours. The lovely thing about this, because you've got your 3 dies, it does allow you to mix and match this with the seasons, with what you need. And the leaves are so cool because they stay in the die. So it gives you that beautiful, beautiful texture. Really like this die. Now, we have had this on before and it was ridiculously busy. I think it sold out, actually. Not 100% sure, but it's a stunning die. It's good size as well. You know, it's a big die, is that one. £12.99. That's your price if you'd like to go for those 3 dies. 922078. That's your item number. Next, now, these are fab. The huge dies. I mean, look at the state. They are way bigger than my hand. It's the biggest die. These are so fabulous because if you're doing art journaling, if you're doing scrapbooking, if you're making gorgeous layers for your big cards, sorted. But of course, you're going down in size, so perfect for your smaller card as well. I love them because if you look, your cut line is in the centre of the actual stitch line. So it means you cut on the outside and the inside. So your apertures that you create with this will have the stitch detail as well as all your mat and layers. Again, brilliant design concept. Now, £29.99. Freedom members, you're saving money. The price has dropped to £26.99. 861443. That's your item number. No postage if you are a Freedom member. Next, so that's our lovely rectangles, the circles. Beautiful, same concept. So you'll get your stitch detail on either side of the cut line. So if you're mat and layering, you're going to get stitch detail. If you're creating apertures, you'll get that stitch detail. If you're creating frames, you'll get that stitch detail. They're really, really handy. And this little one, eh? Pierce, Leo. Oh, yes, so they are. Thanks. Thanks, Alisa. Thank you. Pierced. Not stitch, pierced. Read it, Leona. These are pierced, which just means you've got your little, like, dots, if you will, which looks like paper piercing. Looks like someone has literally gone through and paper pierced them. Every individual dot. Do you remember Sue used to do that? And then she must have gone, oh, I'm going to create a die. And honestly, that must have saved Sue hours of her life, quite frankly. Now she's got the dies. I bet when she did it, she must have thought, why didn't I do that sooner? Why didn't I do that sooner? Now, huge dies, absolutely huge dies, gorgeous dies. And again, you've got your flex buy. 2 payments, £20. That's 43879. I read it right. OK. Surprised me more than you. Now, we've also got the lovely stamps by our Lisa, of course. So, first of all, you've got your gnome spring chicken. See what she's done there? He's being cheeky. Now, you've got your spring, you've got your gnome, you've got your bulb, you've got your little chickens, you've got that lovely little rabbit. A little bit Watership down, he's looking up. You've also got your beautiful flowers. Now we're approaching 10% of the stock here. 20%, I'm utterly lying. We're approaching 20% of the stock. I love the little hen there. That is the happiest little hen. She looks ever so proud, doesn't she? Look what I've done. Oh, the really, really cute imagery, really, really lovely. Show you one more of those because, again, really cute. That is, isn't it fabulous? Now, if you would love to get that collection, look at your happy day one. That's so nice. And she does look like she's having a lovely happy day. Now then, 023225. That's your item number. Now, last but by no means least, we have got the mushrooms. I love these. These are just so cool. I love... Mushrooms are brilliant, though, aren't they? There's just something so funky about them. And with this one, what we have got, you have got... you've got your trunk, you've got your toppers, so you can mix and match your toppers for your mushrooms. You can chop them up if you want to. You've got your little caterpillar. That's fancy. I think that's a flower rather than mushroom, but it could be a mushroom. It's up to you. It can be as magical as you wish. You've also got some gorgeous sentiments as well in there. Oh, what's that at the bottom? Is that a little... What's this? What's this? Oh, look, a little snail. Fabulous. With googly eyes. I really, really like this collection. I think they're really cool, really different, really quirky. 02, no it isn't, 121914 is your item number. Brand new today. £11.99 is your price. OK, now we've got loads of other goodies on the show. First of all, the colour cloud. These are beautiful new colours. You have got within this collection the Blue Lagoon and
They're
your
not
princess.
Colour clouds.
Oh, I know. I call them wrong every single time. Do you know what? It won't stick in my head.
It's the pots, isn't it?
It's the pots.
It's the pots.
Oh, chocolate. So it's going to give you a different consistency, really, a different finish, because you will get that chalky finish. Now, 420818 is your item number, £11.99. We've got some more colours on the show for you of your chalk cloud. You've got your subtle sage and a vanilla twist. Again, really, really nice soft colour tones here. 018732. That's your item number. And then, last but by no means least with this one, you've got a misty grey and then your gorgeous terracotta. Only $11.99, the big pots, the lash edges, and again, really, really pretty. That's 843165. That's your item number. If you've got any questions, we're live. We've got our Lisa live for 2-hour launch. So if you've got any questions, do email in. It is busy on the phones, however, and the website, hochanda.com or 01733 602000. Right, chalk clouds.
Have you used chalk clouds?
Not yet, and I've got some.
You should.
And
You
I've
honestly,
been really naughty, I
have quite. They've got a special place in my heart. These I've fallen for these in a big way. Actually, I didn't think when I got them. I thought, and I'm really like, oh wow, yes, I could do loads of these.
So you've really gone for them.
So I really have gone for them. So let's use a little bit of scrap card actually while we're doing it, just to show you.
Okay.
You literally, you treat them like you treat your colour clouds, as you have the suspension mechanism in there and it sucks up the ink.
Okay, so you don't need to squidge it down.
You don't need to, but if you find it's starting to dry out a little bit, then yes, you can squidge it down. Okay. Okay, and it will suck that ink.
Super.
Inside. Now, these are opaque, so you've got that chalk element to them.
Lovely.
So this isn't, I'm not saying they're the same. What I'm saying, you can treat them the way you treat an oxide, in that you get that matte look. Yes. You can then spritz water on it and they move in a similar way.
Beautiful.
So, but they're obviously different colours. So, but they're a really nice complement to those, so you can work with those as well. So they work alongside beautifully, absolutely. And the blending on them is just exceptional. But tiny little bit of ink, that's the colours you're going to get.
Oh, it's a nice strong colour.
It's a really lovely strong colour, and they blend out beautifully.
That is nice. So that's a Blue Lagoon, is it?
That's the Blue Lagoon, yeah.
Yeah, that is lush.
Isn't that lovely? So
I like the colour. I like the chalk finish as well.
I do as well. So that's the Blue Lagoon, and then we've got the vanilla twist. I think.
Vanilla.
So. I'm sorry, I've mixed the bundles up, haven't I, now?
It's all right. Well, that's what you'll do in life.
This is what I love about this. Look at that.
Ooh,
now
that's
that
nice.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah, it's like buttermilk.
It's lovely. You probably can't see that well on there, actually. It's a bit more ink.
And that is, it does look really chalky, does that?
Really chalky. And what I like about these is they blend beautifully together. So that gives you an idea of how they work, okay?
Beautiful.
So what we're going to do is we're going to do it onto a card, like we've done here. Just to show you, because then when you mix the colours together, you get the green that comes out of the blue and the yellow.
Wonderful.
So let's put the yellow on first, okay?
A nice squidge.
Give it a nice squidge, yeah. So down here, just going to sit.
Lovely. And they do, I mean, they do blend beautiful. You know, you've no rough edges there.
No, not at all. And you won't get it with this. This is what's lovely about them. So let's put a little bit more.
And I think like the smoothies on the show as well, because they go on awfully well with the smoothies, don't they?
They do. The thing is, I think lots of people have got smoothies, but yeah, I find that the smoothies work really well for me with these. So literally, you can see, can you see now?
Yeah,
the blue.
They're going green.
Going green. But what I did is I actually took off a lot of the ink.
Right, okay.
Because I don't want so much ink, I just want it really light. And that's the beauty of these. And also you can stamp with them.
Wonderful.
So now you can see as I'm blending that.
So you can sponge the actual colour onto your stamp.
Yep.
Super.
Definitely. So there you go. So just a really pretty background. We can go a little bit darker if you want to, up here. But then you can blend it out really easily. Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nice.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's up to you, isn't it, how intense you want that ink?
Yeah. So I'm going to just go back in with the yellow. And now that looks quite vibrant against the blue, doesn't it?
It's a nice colour, is that?
Yeah, I really, really love these two together.
Yeah, that's really pretty.
So that's the chalk cloud.
Excellent.
So what we're
check
now
the website out
going to do is die cut the sunshine. And then we're going to use our terracotta chalk cloud to colour in our...
Beautiful.
Let me just... Have I mixed the sets right up? I have, haven't I?
One of each set. Lisa's done.
I've done really well there, Lisa.
I suppose it's the kind of thing, though, you will collect.
It is.
Know, so every time maybe Lisa comes on, you'll get a new set of them. They will last The colours are lovely. Really, really, really nice. I do like them a lot, and they are different. So if you are a fan of the oxides, they'll sit along, they'll play nicely with them. But you've got a different colour palette, which is important.
And that's...
Check them out on the website.
That's what I really like, because you've got the different colour palette.
Yeah.
They just add to what you've got again.
Exactly.
It's that thing, isn't it?
More goodies to play with.
Yeah. So let's grab another smoothie. They look dirty, but they're not. It's just I've washed them in the sink.
Oh, yeah.
So,
is this your
and these last ages. These are my prototypes, and you can tell because it still says they haven't been named at this stage. So this is how long these last for.
Wow.
They've done really, really well. So I'm just going to take my sun, and I'm actually going to do it in the terracotta.
Okay. Oh, that's nice.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
But you see, it's a completely different colour palette, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is what I really like about these.
Terracottas, love it. The sunshine's lovely as well. It is all the detail on Sue's dyes. That stitch detail, she's definitely the queen of the stitch, isn't she?
She is.
The stitch detail. Because that is lovely. The terracotta's nice because it's not too vibrancy orange, is it?
No, it's
soft.
It's a gentle orange, isn't it? So then,
and I suppose because it is chalk, it makes it look more gentle.
Yeah, it does. It's softer, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that will sit like that. But before we do that, let's just grab some water.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm just going to do what I would do with an oxide, just to take away some of the colour.
So just splashing a little bit of water.
Just splash a little tiny bit of water, like that. You can barely even see that, can you?
Have you worked onto watercolour cardstock, Lisa?
Yes, I have. The chalk cloud works beautifully onto the bright white foundation card as well, and you would get away with it with that amount of water.
Yeah.
If you're going to mop it up or anything, then I'd stick with your watercolour card.
Yeah, because look at that. That reacts like a treat, doesn't it?
Isn't that stunning?
Yeah.
So to me, that looks absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it's already a really good base, isn't it?
This is where I get excited and I want to start to play with it. So let me just die cut for you. I don't know if you've got anything you want to do for a second, just while I die cut some
certainly
clouds.
Can, dear. Well, you die cut clouds. You do get your clouds. Of course you get your clouds in there as well. You get all the dyes. I'm going to mention the paper pads as well because these have been really busy. Just really good value for money. When you look at the colours that you're getting, think about this one, it's the texture as well. You've got all your colours of the rainbow. And, wow, they've been really busy. 30? Yep, 30% of stock has gone.
And I've got to say, I don't think they'll be coming back either. What?
Sorry, I was joking.
That was a bit high-pitched.
I was joking.
What? I don't think they're coming back.
They're not coming back. No. They're leaving us forever.
Yeah, this combination, definitely.
They are leaving us forever. You've got 48 in your brights. You've got 36 in the shimmer.
Box of frogs springs to mind.
Eh?
Box of frogs springs to mind.
Box of frogs?
Mad as.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that'll be about right, really. And you've got, look at this. Ooh, isn't that nice? You've got 84 sheets in total over the two pads. You've got the texture, you've got the shimmer, and they are an absolute touch of luxury. Yeah, and the colour palette is just lovely. £13.99 for both of those, but as Lisa said, they're leaving us. Or at least in this combination. 989578, that's your item number. We don't limit it to one per person. If you're looking at them and thinking, I need them. They're brilliant for your die cutting as well. I mean, this is what Lisa's been using for die cutting. They're absolute perfect and they're a nice size. So you don't have to mess about cutting them down.
Do you know what I have used them a lot with? So I'm looking for something while I'm doing that. Just look, my new dies are coming out soon. But these papers, texture on the style that I do, absolutely perfect, and that's what I think makes dyes sometimes. Yes, the stock that you cut them on.
Absolutely, yeah. It's the colour palette and it is the stock, and like you say, it's got that really nice, almost like a linen weave, hasn't it?
It makes it look expensive.
Yeah, it makes it look right posh.
It does. It does.
£13.99p. That's your price. Right. Okay then, Miss Lisa.
Do you see what I'm saying? A really simple card takes me a long time to do, but I think it looks worth it when it's done. Okay, so I've already pre-cut You Are My Sunshine, which is going to sit down there. Okay, and then what we've got is three.
Shiny. What have you put on there?
That's the same. That's the rest of that piece of card. Yeah. So it depends
Is that its actual shine?
See, what basically you can do is in 6 o'clock hour, I'm going to use more of the pixie powders. But when you put them down on the mat and you spritz them with water and then grab your colour that way, the mica spreads so much further rather than being in specific areas where you put them, where you
you're
tap
showing us it next hour.
Yeah,
yeah. Showing us it next hour.
Okay, shut up, Lisa, and get on with what you're doing.
Yeah, because at the minute we're just looking at that.
Okay. So, so I'm going to just literally put a little bit of colour on the end. You love me, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, dearie.
Oh, that's nice.
So, yeah, thanks.
These are your little clouds. I love these as well. These are pretty, aren't they?
They're very pretty.
And again, it's all that stitch detail. Everything mixes and matches just lovely.
Perfectly, doesn't it? So, the last thing to add to these is on the show we have the 3... we love these. We
nice,
love these. I'm going to let you show
Delicious.
these and show them. This is what I need. I'm going to just try and get a piece of black cardstock for you.
Oh, I stick my finger in them.
Because
look at that. They are
me.
super fine and lovely.
And what you need to do is put them on black cardstock because you'll see the difference in the colour.
Okay.
Because it looks like three pots of glitter, doesn't it?
Yeah, so the first one you can see now it always looks better in real life as well. So in this one you've got so many different colours. It's like a warm hue is that. You've got greens in there as well and gold in that one. So that's your first one. That's a diamond frost.
Yeah, but they're all called diamond frost. They've got a little name. They've got a little name.
Frosty Dawn.
No, I don't think it.
No, it wasn't.
Look on the side. There you go.
Okay, you got all 3.
It's on the side, it says.
Says it on the side. This one has got like a rainbow, I wonder. So, who hasn't got that one open?
So was I.
So in that one you've got like lilacs and there's greens again in there. Beautiful. And you can see straight away, see when I catch the light sometimes. Can you see the first one looks sort of reddish?
Pinkies and coppers.
Last but by no means least. And on bear with.
See, there's your greeny blues.
That's your greens. See it straight away. I've not even put any adhesive on this card because it's so light and because it's such.
Can I borrow one, please?
Sure.
Thanks.
Well, 3. Look. See if I give you this. Oh, there. Look at that.
So you've got your pinks and your coppers, you've got your blues and purples, and then you've got your greens.
Yeah.
So when you use them on black, you get beautiful tones like that, and then when you can use them on white card as well.
Yes.
Or whatever colour card you want to, actually, and they will pick up.
Or on your hands. They are just beautiful. They're just beautiful.
And the other thing that's lovely about them is they've got, if you just want to sprinkle them on, you've got a little
sprinkle nozzle.
Sprinkle nozzle on them.
If you do want those, again, really nice colours, only £13.99. That's your price. It is 321508. So did you put a tiny bit of glue on that?
Tiny little bit of glue on there. Oh, we're not going to have time to glue them all on, I do know that, but it just gives you an idea of where we were going with it. So all you would do is pop your glue on the bottom, like that. And then the third one, just take a little bit off. Do you see what I mean? This obviously it's not all perfect, but you know what I'm doing, don't you?
Yeah.
And that would sit. Sorry, move that. Don't rush, Lisa, you'll get it.
Don't rush,
That's it. And pop that like that.
Oh, that's so cute.
And then that, when you glue that down, look lovely.
That's really nice.
Really pretty.
Yeah. Okay, loving this collection. It is your one-day special. Check the website out at hochanda.com because we have got stamps. We have got fantastic embellishing products. We've got your chalk cloud. We've got your gorgeous glitters. We've got your paper pad. You've got the spritzers as well, which will match. You have got the wonderful pixie powders. All of those available on today's show. The website is hochanda.com. The phone line 01733602000. But obviously the main star of the show is your one-day special. You're getting so many dies in this. 33 dies. Anyone thinking of going for this collection, Lisa? Why have you loved using it?
I've loved it because it works with everything else I own.
Yeah.
Everything I've got you can pick it up and you can say, yeah, those will work perfectly with it. Your hills, your clouds, you've got your rainbows, your sunshines, you've got your umbrella. And, you know, an umbrella doesn't have to be for rain, does it?
It doesn't,
it's a sunshine thing.
Yeah,
and then
could be a parasol.
Exactly. So you can personalise these as well. You know, my mum and dad are into gardening. You can use them for... Just... I think they're a continuous thing that you're going to always come back to.
Yeah, me too. Especially as you've got the hills with the clouds. I just think they are such a handy die. Now, we are approaching on the launch hour, and this was a early launch. We've got another hour yet, but we're already approaching 20% of your one-day special has gone. It is busy. You've got a £13 saving. But you know what? The main thing, they're just beautiful. 064 584, that's your item number. Now, because we snuck an extra hour in, it does mean we've got an extra hour of our Lisa, don't it?
You've got... But not, where are you finished now, are you?
Yeah, I'm going home. But I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Okay, cool.
Make sure you don't go anywhere though, because our Lisa's going to be up with loads more demonstrations, ideas and inspiration. Thank you, our lovely Lisa.
It's a pleasure.
See you tomorrow, everyone. Bye. Okay, well, as I say, it's another chance to get your one-day special, loads more ideas. And our Sheena's up with those lovely 3-day embossing folders, and then it's our Lisa again with our Rain or Shine one-day special.
Hi, I'm Katrina from Rowan Dean. We're a small family business that design embroidery kits. Embroidery has always been my passion, and I'd love to show you how to do some of the stitches and some of the kits. We're based in Derbyshire, and I'm really inspired by the landscape and flora of Derbyshire, and I think other people will be too. Our kits are really easy, and I hope they inspire you to have a go at stitching. Since we've been on Hochanda, we've had a great time. Everybody's been really friendly and really good. We've met loads of people all around the country who watch Hochanda and find it really inspiring. Don't forget to join me on my own Dean shows on Hochanda.
Hi, my name's Barbara Gray from Clarity Stamp, and how did I get here? Well, when my children, Grace and Mark, were born, I left the corporate world and I took up crafting full-time. Then I had a moment of clarity, if you'll pardon the pun, and I came up with the transparent art stamp. And the rest is history, really. For the last 27 plus years, I've been pioneering the art of transparent stamping. I love teaching. For me, it's all about that. And so working with Hochanda is fantastic because it gives me the perfect platform to reach out and work with like-minded people and to be able to show some of the tricks that I've learnt along the way. If you like my style and you like what I do, then please join me, Barbara Gray, on Hochanda.
They're really lovely. Do you know what? That says it all on the one-day special, doesn't it?
That looked really good, didn't it?
Yeah. What a lovely, lovely selection of cards that you can make. Of course, home decor possibilities as well, with this selection of dies that we have by Sue Wilson, a big name at Creative Expressions.
Absolutely.
Probably the biggest in terms of the designs over the years, and the core staples that are also on today's show, the nesting dies, of course, from Sue. Lisa joining us for the next hour, but you were also here for the last hour, Lisa.
Yes.
For the pre-party launch.
Yeah, we had a bit of a party, me and Leonie, you know. Drinks and
water. Water and pretzels. We're approaching 20% of the stock gone already, and it's not even been the official launch yet. So why are we so excited about it?
Do you know what? I was saying to Leonie, for me, okay, what I like is you can pick up any one of these dies, and if you already own a die collection, if you own stamp collections, these will work with them. These are useful. These are something you're going to pick up time and time again. The hills, the trees, the clouds, the sunshine, the rainbows, all of it says to me, have you got Francoise's unicorn stamp? Yes, perfect, that will go with that. Or have you got, you know, my gnomes or something another company's done? They all will work fabulously with this collection.
Yeah, it's that interchangeability. And also that that just non-occasion specific, just making something pretty.
Exactly. However, they can be for birthday, they can be for celebrations, but like I said again earlier, if people didn't see them, they're on trend. They're very on trend, especially the hills and the clouds and the rainbows and the sunshine. It's very fashionable at the moment.
Yeah, the welly boot, all of that. The umbrella, the closed umbrella, the open umbrella, the raindrops as well. Even the font that's been used there, that ribbon font with the sort of streamers running off it as well. You know, look at that. There you go. Perfect shot to show that. The streamers design of like lift your spirits. You know, it's in the. It's like a kite. It's like it's in the sky.
It's lovely. But the other thing I was saying is that you can use some of this for Christmas, like your hills and your clouds. That's going to be snowy mountains. There's and the clouds also are great, almost like waves and things like that. So start using them.
I'll turn the clouds around actually.
Yeah, look at that. That's lovely. That's
the rainbow is beautiful,
isn't it? But this, it looks very simple. That is amazing.
It's limited individually. On its own, it could only be available for this show, in the bundle at least. It will be still available, hopefully, for as long as stock lasts on the one-day special.
It's a big die as well.
It is, isn't it? Oh, it is now officially limited, so bottom of the screen to get the stitched hills and clouds. It's $14.99 plus delivery. It's very, very good value considering you've got the 5 long dies there. But however, for £10 more on your first flexi-buy payment, you've got the whole bundle there, $48.96 to get all of it. And then just to show a bit of the size, because you know it's lovely seeing the artwork on the packaging there. All the treat cups have gone, but look at the size of these dies as well.
They're
so they're
lovely.
good. They're great for sort of being the main feature of a card for that umbrella.
They are. Like the umbrella, I've used that, turned it upside down, and had flowers coming out. But as we'll see as we go around the counter at some point, you've even got the little raindrops there. Which I think is lovely, which cut into the card.
Here.
And you've got another set by the welly boot as well. So you can actually make backgrounds with those as well relatively quickly, but also use the pieces that cut out of those. And, you know, there's so much here that it's got a lot of potential.
Well, individually, that's $14.99 for that set, so you can get it. Details are at the bottom of the screen there for your Rain or Shine set. A third gone individually on that, and it's a lovely set again. And then up here, this is where your rainbow is, and there's a lot of metal here. Considering Creative Expressions dies, high quality, heavy on the metal, that's a really good quality rainbow.
That's lovely. And you've got your 3 little birds there as well. Oh, now you're going to do a song. I know you're going to think of a song,
3 little birds. Oh, I nearly did. You know, that would have been Bob Marley, wouldn't it? For 3 little birds. Not the really annoying one. Bear, to bear to the world. That one. Don't see it. But we're approaching 3/4 of the stock individually on that. That's water.
It's such a useful one. You think of princesses, you think of castles, and you think of all sorts of things, little girls' rooms, you think of home decor, you think of little frames, all sorts of things, and I think that's lovely.
Definitely. 3.5-minute queues at the moment. 2.5 minutes of that might be complaints about my singing, I don't know. But I love, especially with the treat cups, you've got your hot air balloon up here.
That's lovely. Now, what I love about this one, you can use separate elements of the hot air balloon on its own. You've got a little frame in there, you can cut into the card, you can use your treat cups to make it into a shaker card.
So they fit, obviously.
And you've also got those large modern sentiments on there again.
Yeah.
You've got your birthday wishes, you've got your get well soon.
You take ones that you read
so
those.
again, that's a really nice inspirational one as well.
There you go. Sending birthday wishes
your way
as well. Sending birthday wishes your way. Lift your spirits and get well soon. So 11 dies in the whole thing.
Exactly. So there's lots you can do with this, and I think it's one of my favourites. I did ask if I could do this show when when the dies came out. I said, please, can I do this? Because it's so up my street.
Yeah,
isn't it?
it is totally your style there, Lisa. It is. It's cool, it's contemporary, it's got that little throwback occasionally there as well. Now, we are approaching 20% of the stock, as we said at the beginning of the show. Goodness knows what it is at the moment, because this is the official launch of the one-day special. But you've got your son here. Oh, hang on, we're using one of the Creative Expressions in Boston folders on the background.
Yeah, that's one of the Raindrops in Boston folders that came out earlier in the year, or last year now. So, die cut your umbrella on coloured patterned cardstock as well. Don't always think you have to use it on plain card. You can do loads with it, and that is a very contemporary style card as well. That's a very classy looking card, that one. That's on the sleeves.
It's very of the time, isn't it? It's a lovely card, that with the sunshine. But look at this, getting your pixie powders out.
Yeah, now this one went absolutely crazy on Facebook and Instagram, because I think it's the simplicity of it. So if you look at, you've got your raindrops there that I've popped out, your pixie powders, and then all I've used is a chalk cloud on the umbrella.
Yeah, it's good to get that dimension, to get the shine at the top.
Yeah,
really
it's
good
lovely.
Blending ink, really worthwhile that. And then with the rainbow, you can see here, look at that.
Isn't that pretty? Isn't that just so pretty? So you can have, like you say, that's it all done in pastels. You can do that in like a nighttime scene, couldn't you? Just with the clouds and, you know, with a black background and stars.
Sparkling.
That would be really pretty.
Dust it over with your mica powders to the background to get a bit of a starry night. I love the fact that you can make like different size cards as well, so just hold that next to actually on top, so show the difference.
It shows that's a Lisa card, that's a Sue card. And I've always done little cards, and it's
it's good to be able to make little ones as well as the bigger cards. So there's loads more samples to show you here. Well, and I can't wait to share them with you later on. But just to say, we've got a lot more to show as well. So 064584 is your item number. We've got some stamps to match. 48.96 gets you the whole one-day special on today's launch show. The pre-show party was at 5 o'clock. This is the official launch. Now, the stamps approaching 40% of the stock gone on them, with your 23 stamps in your set. And this is the Showered with Love set that you're looking at, with some really nice sentiments. And you've got the umbrella on that too, top left. It's just behind the packaging. 143959 for $11.99. That gets you the whole set. And then the tree. We love the majestic tree. This is a die, and it was featured on the video at the start of the show. The leaves are cut into the card, so then they pop out, and your branch and outer edge are separate. Over a quarter of the stock gone. I'm pretty certain, tell me if I'm wrong about this, but I think it sold out the last time we were with Lisa. But double check me. I'm
pretty
sure.
But
either that or it was very popular. Just because I remember loving it and not wanting people to miss out. And then Lisa's stamps as well. These are the Gnome Spring Chicken stamps. You may not have seen these, actually. These were launched sort of under the radar, in my opinion, late last year. A third of the stock gone, $11.99 plus delivery, and it's 023225. So, everything on the show. Have a little look on the website. It's Hochanda.com. Busy across the board at the moment, so whatever you're after, definitely get your hands on it before anything does officially go. Yeah, Lisa, what have we got?
Right, Matt, the card that I showed you earlier, which had the umbrella in it with the pixie powder background. That's the one we're going to be looking at. That's the one, Matt. We're going to do that one, so it's worth showing you. I'm in a group on Facebook, and a lot of the people were asking about if we could, when we put our samples on, if we could give names of the colours of the pixies we use, because you get all these fabulous backgrounds, and there's so many pixies to choose from that you never know what's being used. So I thought I'll bring a selection here today. I'll use all of them so you can see exactly how they work together and how we actually get that. And it's what these are 4 colours that are my go-to colours.
Yeah, they're good. They're bright colours, aren't they?
They are bright colours. The colours I've got are burnt orange, candy pink, and I think it's aqua lagoon, and golden mint. So they're the colours. They tend to be my go-to colours, and this is the result. I mean, I've kept the extras just to show you. This is the result of the background. So we're going to do that really quickly because it ties in with the one-day special and what we're trying to achieve.
Lovely stuff. So have a look for your pixie powders on the website, but we've got details on the bottom of the screen if you're looking for them that make it easy for you to find them. 804716. Right. It's $13.99 for 4, which is really good because they do last a long time. When the pixie powders launched, I don't know, about 18 months ago, that was the original packaging.
Exactly.
But it's easier to fill this bottle, isn't it?
Exactly.
So back at base,
but you can see I've still got half a pot of that one left.
So that's the original packaging, but then when they became properly launched for us to buy, that's the actual packaging. So that's one of the original ones that's still going.
Good memory. And that's what I wanted to show you, actually. That's my original, and that's how much I've still got left.
Brilliant. I bet you use them day in, day out.
I love them. I love my pixies. Now,
so good investment that for
very, very good investment. Now, lots of ways of using pixies. You can pop them down like salt and pepper, spritz onto them. You can put your water down first, then pop your pixies on. You can, another way of using them, which is a lovely way, is actually pop them on your mat, mist them on your mat, and then you do that. And that's when the mitre spreads.
As well. You just pick it all up and then just you just go.
It's true though.
Look,
I do love you. I love you. I know I've got you. It doesn't make me
crafting miming, you know, miming. So what technique are we doing? You know,
right. Phil Martin, heat from underneath.
Yeah, embossing.
Julie Watts.
Yeah, on the top. You know.
So the
die cutting. Yeah.
The reason I'm telling you that is to if you want to spread the mica. And get more even mica, that's when I do a lot of the dragging, okay? If you want just mica in patches in the burst of colour, do you know, does that make sense?
Would you go like that more?
Yes, okay. So, all I'm going to do, just showing you very quickly, and then I've already got some pre-die cut, so I'm literally going to do it in the corner here and leave this to dry, then I can use it again tomorrow. So this is the burnt orange. Tap it really lightly. I'm going to do it with all the colours, and you watch it burst in a second.
So burnt orange, write these colours down so that you know which... Well, they're in the pack, actually, aren't they? They're in the floor, which is quite handy. Candy pink.
OK. I don't think I've bought pixies to you for a long time, actually.
No. Julia's been using them a couple of times,
the other thing I do like to do with pixies, which is a little bit unusual, I like to use my misters with pixies. So your coloured misters... Use them with your pixies because the misters have got a base colour.
Oh, OK. The actual coloured mister, not just a water mister. Yeah, it's not just plain water. So, because these do dry quite matte, don't they?
Because they're an ink mister that I've got on the show. These dry pretty and mica-y. So when you've got lots of different colours going on, you can create some fantastic things.
So you've got your matte ink-based misters down at the bottom of the screen. They'll dry matte, but then you've got your pixie powders that are mica-infused. Whoa there!
Whoa, a little bit. That was a big burst. One. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. OK, but that's what you see. That's where you're going to get patches of colour. If you're doing it on the mat and you move them around, that's when you spread it out. Do you know what I mean?
Could you dust that away a little bit if you wanted to?
Yeah, we could quite easily move it around like that. No problem at all. So, then...
Here we go. Here comes the magic now. This is on watercolour cardstock now, so it will take that... Oh, it's so... Oh, that's summer, isn't it?
So...
Colours that we're using are at the bottom of the screen.
That's how this came out. Obviously, you can see there's more blue in areas, OK? But that's exactly what I did to create that. Now, if you want it a little bit more liquidy...
Then it sort of marbles more, doesn't it, as opposed to the spots?
It marbles more. So you can do lots and lots of things with it, so that's cool. So just before I put it away, I'm going to take a piece of card
Thanks for bringing those colours together.
I just think they're stunning. They're just absolutely stunning.
That takes a lot of the hard work out of thinking, which ones shall I get, you know?
Definitely. So what I'm going to do is use this now. So you're now going to see how I created mine. So that's my spare. That's going to be popped to one side, and that's the background. Actually,
double-stitched rectangle
I'm going to say that's a double-stitched rectangle.
Have you got somewhere safe to put that?
I'll leave that there. But you'll see here...
Yeah, double-stitched rectangles, $29.99 details at the bottom of the screen. They're really busy at the moment, 861.
You'll see when that dries at the top here, you've got the very delicate colour, or you can have it a really heavy colour at the bottom. So that's all I wanted to show you with that. That's how you use the pixies. And I've already got some that I've pre-done, Matt. What are you doing?
I just don't want that going on the...
He's doing housekeeping for me, aren't you?
I just don't want it going on this.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all right. You know, it's not mine, but it is mine.
So what I've done is we've also got Sue's pierce circles on the show. So what I've done, I've literally cut 3. We're going to glue those on. Okay.
Bottom of the screen for the circles as well, for the Noble Double Pierce circles. That's set B, actually. We get the 10 dies in there. 438792 for these exact ones. Spread the cost 2 flexi buys of £20 will get you them.
So if you've already got Sue's set A, these are lovely because they give you, you can see, a smaller edge. I think it's 1/8 of an inch or something similar anyway.
So they mat and layer, they fit in between each other.
They're perfect. And they're lovely because they're stitched on the outside as well as the inside. So if you cut them out, you're still going to have in the aperture of your card the stitch detail. Okay. So let's just pop that to one side.
I'm very busy out there at the moment because this is the launch of the One Day Special. It's already had the sort of pre-launch launch because of our previous One Day Special selling out. So a lot of people have theirs, but it's still quickest order on the website, hochanda.com.
Okay, so pop them to one side, Matt. And then what we're going to do, we are going to take another piece of card. Look, I'm using all my cards up now. That's the piece of card.
We can always make more. Even before you go home tonight, you can spritz a bit and then leave it to dry. But just don't leave it on there. Yeah. I'm
in trouble.
No, you're not. The pixie powders, they're very popular at the minute. These are the 4 colours that you're getting for £13.99 plus delivery, and it's 804716. Candy pink, aqua lagoon, burnt orange, and also I want to say golden syrup. I want to say golden mint. Okay, mint. Golden mint, because you've got the gold and the green mixed in between each other.
Absolutely beautiful. Love that colour. So, what we've also got here now, where's that card, Matt? The original
the one that you're making?
Yeah.
I moved it. I'm so sorry.
Didn't you?
Yeah.
So.
There we go. We're working from this for inspiration.
What I wanted to show you...
It's Lisa's, don't worry. It's no one else's. It's not, you're not copying someone else's.
No,
or anything,
no, it's fine. What I wanted to say is, here is our chalk cloud.
Okay,
which is what we're going to use now.
Just there, so using a blending ink to blend. Yeah, chalk cloud at the bottom of the screen.
It's gorgeous. So it's an opaque ink. Opaque, that was right, wasn't it? Opaque ink. Which has got a chalk base. So you're going to get a really, really soft, muted, matte look to these. Beautiful colour palette.
It comes with two in the pack.
What I've done is I've left the die in situ in the card, or the card in the die. That makes sense.
Yeah, we get so you're stenciling it.
Yeah, flicking from the bottom. There we go. Just like that. Leaving the top white. Just leave me that there.
Yeah, chalk cloud's been very busy as well, approaching 20% of the stock gone on that as well. And this is only 17 minutes into the official launch now. £11.99 plus delivery gets you 2. I'm sure it's the Princess Pink that you get as well, isn't it? Yeah, pink and blue together.
Look at that.
Oh.
Isn't that just pretty? That, to me, I was saying to Leonie earlier that I hadn't really spent an awful lot of time with the chalk clouds. I've started to use them a lot more now, and they've become one of my go-tos. I genuinely enjoy working with them.
Because the colour clouds always have been, so why wouldn't the chalk clouds be?
Yeah, the chalk clouds, I find them... personally, for me, I find the colour palette beautiful. I find it really delicate, but substantial, if that makes sense. But they're absolutely lovely.
So, Lisa, what are the differences between the colour cloud and the chalk cloud then? Is it just that opaque versus like clear? Because the colour cloud's a blending ink, right?
Yes, it is a blending ink. The chalk cloud is, but it's an opaque one. So if you, I keep saying it, but they've got the look of a distress oxide, if you like. You know, that matte look is what I'm trying to say. I can't give you any other comparisons, really.
I was just thinking if there's an example to show. We've obviously got the chalk cloud there. You can see it on the umbrella.
There is, behind you. It's not glued down, but if you want to grab that, that was the one I did earlier.
That's with the chalk cloud, isn't it? Yeah, that was on the show before with Leonie.
You can take that off if you want to, and it shows you the background, actually.
Yeah, here we go. So that's the chalk cloud blended.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's it on the umbrella. Just the blue, flicked just to give you that blend of that down to white. But there it is. So you can blend and mix your colours as well.
Absolutely. So if I get a chance again, I'll try and show you again with some of the other colours. So basically what you do, I put the yellow down first and then the blue, and it blends into each other, so that's how you get the green.
Okay.
But they blend seamlessly. They're absolutely lovely. Really, really are. So there we go.
So everything you love about your colour cloud, you can also love about your chalk cloud, but in a kind of chalky, more opaque way. We can see there. You've got your umbrella as well. Keeping the rain off.
Okay, I've just dropped stuff on the floor now. I was listening to Lottie in my ear then.
Oh, yeah.
She said something and I wasn't sure how she was going to finish the sentence off.
Yeah. Yeah, it scared me as well.
Yeah.
It did scare me. And
She's like, I really don't like. I'm thinking, oh no.
Yeah. Well, especially when you follow up with words when Lisa guests as well. You start to think, oh, where's this going? Then I panicked and then said, oh, look, you've got your umbrella there to keep the rain off, to try and speak over it so that Lisa, you wouldn't hear it, to try and protect you. Because, you know, we're sensitive little flowers, we are. But it followed up with, if you can get the beginning again, I really don't like it when Lisa guests. Yeah, going down, because she makes me buy things, yeah.
And that's when I laughed and dropped something on the floor.
Gets better as you listen to the message.
Oh dear. Thank you, I feel a bit better now.
I was going to have to give you a hug.
Thanks, Lottie.
A bit better. Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. So pop our little... I do know you by now, woman.
That's our Lottie, I love you, producer.
So there we go. So that's that. Now, what we could have done with this one, we've popped on here, under the weather. Oops, under the weather. Okay, but this is on a bigger card. So I'm actually going to leave it, and I'm just going to pop a few little raindrops on there. And this, what you can see from the die.
Oh yeah, you've got new dies, yeah.
I've got my die.
There's 2 raindrop dies on there. You got yours,
it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Which one are you going to choose? Because you've got 3 raindrops, or...
So we've got...
5,
look, what you could do, what you can do, if I'd been logical and more organised, you could die cut them first, so they cut into the card.
Ah, yeah.
And then pop a little bit of glitter behind it.
Nice.
Very cute. Or we can do what we're going to do, just die cut them very, very quickly. And then just pop a few on there. Just pop a few on there. So these, I think, if you don't mind spending a little bit of time die cutting, they make a fabulous background.
Can I just check before you put that through? Just check. It's not. You haven't put the die.
No.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
I know.
Sorry.
Thank you for that. Anyway. Yeah. I know what you were looking at.
I was a bit worried because.
Don't cut into your plate.
I thought you put the die that way and the card on top. But you hadn't.
It's the sort of thing I would do, isn't it, Matt, to be perfectly honest?
No, but I just thought, with an established guest like Lisa, and I doubted you, but isn't it better to say something, though?
Absolutely.
Isn't it better to do that? I would do that to anybody, I would, just, honestly.
So, look, these are Diddy, and they are Diddy, but what you're meant to do is use the bits that cut out into the card, but just to show you what you can do, is you can just literally...
That's clever raindrop die, that, because you're not going to lose your little raindrop dies.
Exactly.
6 raindrops on the one piece of metal. It's clever.
So all I'm going to do, I lick the end of my tweezers just so it literally grabs them.
With the pick up.
Oh, well, of course it wouldn't now, would it?
I've got some water if you need it. Or spritz.
I've literally doomed myself now, haven't I?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
No, you know what it is? This map...
Yeah,
I'm getting cross now, look. Look, I can't even pick it up now, look.
Oh, Lisa.
Oh, there we are. Very annoying. How very annoying is that?
That wasn't me that said, oh gosh, by the way. It was somebody else.
There we go. Okay.
I love how you got the rain at the angle as well.
Yeah.
The blustery day.
Exactly.
It's coming in. Such a fresh card, this.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
Yeah.
I love this card. I absolutely love this card. I could make this all day long with lots of different colours.
Yeah.
So that's that one. Oh, look. Lisa. if I had my tan mat, I'd be all right, but this grey one's a little bit stickier, so it hangs on to... Does that make sense? You feel it? It's got a tacky...
Oh, yeah, the mat itself.
Yeah, the mat's got a tacky surface.
Yeah, these are... It's not the only tacky mat around here, either. I know. Tacky television from me all the time. If I look back at the last 20 years, that's all I've done. That's all I've done. These last 2 years have been wonderful, though. OK.
Stop making me laugh. I'll keep dropping my raindrops.
Sorry. You're watching live. It's 6:25 on Wednesday evening.
I'm going to turn that around to stand that up now. So sorry they took a second with my sticky mat.
There we are.
So I think that, let's stand that up like that. So look at that.
It is.
So I don't even think you need a sentiment, but I would leave that just like that, and I think that's really, really, really pretty.
It says it all, doesn't it? And on the inside, you know, something really bright, happy and uplifting, and you'd already have a smile on your face when you open it. And yeah, it's just a really, really cute card. The card that we were using as inspiration is also one of yours, Lisa, that you made before the show.
So that's the larger version.
You've got one of the sentiments. Yeah, it's slightly bigger.
Yeah.
On slightly off-white card, the coconut white or the bright white, depending on which one you use. It's lovely. Now it's the whole set that you're getting hold of today for $24.48, and then one more payment of the same in 1 month's time. However, we used the pixie powders in that demonstration, and you've got 4 in the pack. Here's a picture of all of them. You've got the golden mint, the burnt orange, the aqua lagoon, which is lovely, and then the candy pink. Now, all 4 of those pixie powders were used on the background, so they all 4 work really well. 20% of the stock gone, and Lisa's put those colours together for us, because a lot of people have asked in the past on, you know, what colours have you used? What did you use to make that background? Well, they're easily in that group of 4. Oh yeah, we also used our chalk cloud, which is like the colour cloud blending ink, but that more of a chalky sort of matte finish. Here, opaque as well. $11.99 gets you both tubs, and it's 420818. They last ages, and use your smoothies to applicate it. We're here with the One Day Special. The One Day Special is a show that launches at 6 p.m. every single day. But today we had a pre-launch launch at 5 p.m. because yesterday's One Day Special sold out so quickly, and that's why with a pre-launch launch and this live show now, which is the official launch, we're already a quarter of the stock gone on it. In fact, over 1/4 of stock of the gone already. So well done if you've already got it, and thank you if you've already got hold of it as well. What is it that's made you go for it today? Why were you excited about it? Why did you tune in at 5 or 6 to see it today? What was it? Something that you saw on maybe Facebook or social media in a general sense? Was it a particular card that you thought, I really like that? Or was it a project that you had in mind that you'd be using these particular dies for? Was it the sentiments that maybe got you thinking, and then the imagery is like a secondary thing where you think, oh yeah, it's just a nice bonus? Well, you can build scenes. You've got your clouds and your hills here. Now that was available individually, but it's now sold out, and you've got your stitch line here. Basically each line there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, each line is a die, so there are 5 dies in total. You've got your 3 hill lines and then your 2 cloud lines. Only available now in your One Day Special. That's 5 dies. $14.99 normally, so compare that to your first flexi buy payment for $9.48 more. You've got the whole One Day Special on your first flexi buy payment. So it's really good value to go for the One Day Special today with your £13 saving. So that's the one die. Next to it, you've got that really majestic hot air balloon, all with the detail on it. You know, with these marks and ropes you've got on it. It's $18.99 normally for this die set on its own. Available singly. Details at the bottom of the screen, and it comes with your small treat cup set there, where you've got those included 6 treat cups from memory on that. You've got a sample here actually using the treat cup, which is really cool. You've got that there you've got, in fact, you've got two. And just to give a bit of a shaker element there with your treat cup, you can see if you've got your micro beads in there or your maybe glitters, it just makes it a bit more interactive, you know, a bit more of a smile. And you can see your cloud lines on there as well. Then the sun is part of this set here with your umbrella and your rain. That's where we've got our raindrops from. And that's two single dies, one that cuts you 6 raindrops, the one that cuts 3. And then you've got your welly boot, cut that twice, and you've got a pair of welly boots. You've got your umbrella, which is down, but it's more than often going to be up, isn't it, really? Because you've got the rain that we all put up with, but we love it, really. Now, 2/3 of this die set individually is gone already. Let me show you the size of all these images that you're getting on this set. There's the umbrella, closed, and the open one, that's the one that we've just used. And that lovely kind of cool sun, it's like a bit stitchery, isn't it, that sun? You can imagine that appliqued in felt, maybe. You know, it's really, it's of a time. There's a real feel about it. Even these really useful dies, like the star and that little blossom down at the bottom, you know, they're great for adding your finishing touches. Individually, $14.99, details at the bottom of the screen, that's the rain or shine die. $9.49 more, and you can have them all on your first FlexiBuy payment. And then the rainbow here, it comes with these lovely extras like your birds, 1, 2, 3 different birds, your 2 stitched hearts, one slightly bigger than the other, and then that cloud. So you've got your cloud line plus the cloud die, and individually this is approaching limited stock. There's your cloud die, so grab hold of this before it goes if you're looking for that on its own. Oh, something really important to tell you about is on the inside. I love the way Creative Expressions are doing this now. On the inside of the packaging, you've got your inspiration station with 3 different cards and projects maybe to try with the dies that you're getting. Now think about the fact that you're getting that with most of your die sets today. Usually you've got that with there. That's just the inspiration on that one die set, shall I say. Now you've got everything here with 1 payment or 2 payments. It's up to you. If it's 1, it's $48.96 to get everything that you see. You can help yourself to anything you need, Lisa. And it's $24.48 now, and then plus another payment of $24.48 in a month's time. Let me just show you again one of our favourites with queues on the phone. It's about 1.5 minutes, so it's not too bad. So if you're happy to wait for a couple of minutes, but it is quicker on the web to order on Hochanda.com. You've just got that lovely rainbow just peeping out from behind there with your pastel colours. The beauty of owning your rainbow in a die is the fact that you can cut it then in any colour of paper you like, as we know. That's why we love them. And we started our show with approaching 20% of the stock gone. It's now 1/3 nearly in just half an hour, so it is busy out there. Very, very busy. A lot of people knew about the pre-launch show, which was an early one-day special launch at 5, but in case you didn't, we're here now live, but you can always catch the earlier show on Rewind, which is our catch-up service. Cut the umbrella a few times. Use your chalk clouds to add the colour to them. Do you know, these are pretty base core shapes as well. I'm going to ask Lisa if she'd cut felt out of these, but I think, yes, she's nodding and saying yes, which I'm going to take as that as a yes. Yeah, all the time. I'm good at reading body language. She's nodding, yes. These could be felt if you wanted to, yeah. And that's to brighten your day is the sentiment there. Mix and match with your existing embossing folders. That's the raindrop embossing folder. And there is even more inspiration now on this video. 064584 to order your one-day special. Check out your baskets. Yeah, lovely to see that inspiration there on the video, and also knowing that we're approaching a third of the stock gone on it. It's a serious message. Just definitely make sure that you check out your basket to make sure essentially you've definitely got what it is that you need, and you haven't thought that you got it, and then you tune back in tomorrow and think, oh, I've got that, and I've forgotten to buy it. So
yeah, I know. This is it's one of those collections, isn't it, that you think, oh, I'll sit and watch the demos, and then all of a sudden it's gone, isn't it?
Yeah, someone else has got it then,
yeah. So, I've been a victim of that many a time.
It's once bitten, twice shy, seriously.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what are you using here, Lisa?
So, okay, I'm gonna revisit the rainbow that I did earlier, but for those who didn't see it, I'm going to show you how I work with the rainbow. But what we're also going to use, we're going to use our clouds, and we're also going to use, this is absolutely gorgeous. Now, these are the glitter jewels that are also on the show. I've not used these ones before.
Really?
Not this one. And when I put these onto the card, I was like, oh, colour, look at those colours. They are amazing.
Find a new favourite, because you get lots of interference of light in there.
Have you seen those colours? I haven't seen them like that.
I don't think I have. I think we've had them in the pot, but we've not actually got them out and looked at them and seen how pink and blue they are.
I absolutely love those. So we're going to use those as well, and we're going to use the sentiment stamps as well.
Okay, that's one screen to get your glitter jewels.
This was done on a rectangle card, and this was using the double-stitched rectangles that are on the show. What I also wanted to show you is on a square card how you can make it look equally as good, based on what you have at home as well. Now, what we've got here, this is our die which cuts our rainbow. When it cuts, it doesn't cut the ends off for you. So what happens, it cuts all the way through, and then you just snip the ends, okay? So what I like to do, on the back, I pop some double-sided tape, because what I don't want them to do is start flapping around.
Yes.
Okay.
Double stitch rectangles at the bottom of the screen just before that disappears off the screen. $29.99 I think they were. Double stitch rectangles.
Do you know what?
Your item number's 861443. Really busy this hour for them, and there's a freedom price on them as well. $26.99.
Are my favourites.
I'm going way for that, just to show you how big they are.
They're
Sorry
big.
to disappear, but I think it's important to see, because for the price point, you'd never guess that you get such a big die set. I mean, seriously, that's a good price.
It's a really good price. They love it. And do you know what I like is they're not the pierced ones, they're stitched. So the stitching matches the stamps, not the stamps, the dies that are the ones they special, and that's why I wanted them on the show.
Yeah, they do work. 11 nested dies in that. They're big, and they're really, really worthwhile. And thank you, Suella, thank you, because you've got the circles as well on the show. But go and find those if you want. They're the double pierced circles. So they cut your aperture, but they pierce the inside and the outside. And they're $39.99, or 2 payments of £20. And to get hold of those, it's 438792 for the double stitch. Double pierced, rather.
Double pierced,
circles. Thank you.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the white down like that. Okay. So that sits nicely. Now for me, Leonie was saying I wouldn't do it as slowly as this. When I put the glue on, I tend to put my glue all the way around each individual element. Leonie said she just bung her glue on like that. Okay, so I'm going to do it Leonie way, but when I'm at home, I like to be a little bit more fussy, because I like every little bit stuck down.
This is interesting to see how it works.
Do you see what I mean? Now that little piece, because this is what I want to show you, because there's no tape under that piece, it lifts. Okay, so I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue there to hold that down. So now we're happy. Now this gives me my template to line up my semicircles.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So all we're going to do, oh look, I've messed them all up now. I've got my order wrong now,
What did you want, Richard?
No, I haven't done it like that. I've just picked out what I liked.
Oh, I see, the sizes.
So, can you size them for me, Matt?
Yeah, of course I will.
So all I'm going to do is I'm going to do what Leonie would do.
I bet you she only said that. I bet she wouldn't really. I bet she's walked you into something here.
Probably. So here's
There's all these people that say, oh no, I haven't.
So there we go. And you'll see, what's the next one, mate? Is that the next one?
Yeah, I think so. Green and then blue.
Thank you.
I mean, because you haven't gone with the rules of red and yellow and pink
I haven't
and
gone
green,
with the rules at all. And I think that's what you can do when you craft. You can pick out what your favourite colours are. Now, what I'll show you is I'm not being fussy about these edges here, okay? So you can see they've fallen off the edge, if you like, so they're not perfectly lined up. But I'm not bothered, because my clouds are going to sit over the top of that anyway. So pop that like that, okay. Perfect. So can you see what I mean? But this gives you a guideline how to lay them out. And for me, I find you don't have to do this. You can just lay them down yourself if you want to. But I just find this, for me...
Leonie's glue trick seems to be working for now.
It does. I hate to say it, but she's probably right, isn't she? I'm just too fussy. I'm always fussy, though. I was saying earlier that I'm
trying things out, though, finding shortcuts. That's what it's all about, isn't it? With a new die set or a new anything.
I'm just such a fussy card maker, Matt. That's my problem. I am never ever satisfied. It takes me for a clean and simple card. It can take me just ridiculous amounts of time.
Because it has to be right.
Yeah.
And we thought Phil Martin was fussy.
I'm probably equally as fussy. People wouldn't think it, but when you look at my cards, you'll see that there's a lot of... I do really care about what they look like.
Yeah. Because Phil Martin, he's got that real passion. I mean, when we use the word fussy, it sounds a bit rude, doesn't it? But what we mean is in a good way, in terms of like,
absolutely.
Really want the results to be perfect,
Absolutely.
you know, obsessive almost about that's got to be just right, you know. And, well, especially when Phil like colour coordinates like the dyes and everything, not the dyes, but the dye-based colour clouds and things like that. So, but it's about, I think we're all passionate about what we do and make, don't we?
Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do our clouds. So what I've done is the same die that I've cut the blue from, I've cut it in white as well. So I've cut the square, that's that size, in white card, okay? And then I've used one of these borders to cut the edge off. But I now know that's going to fit perfectly. There.
That's clever. And you've got the pierced
I don't
detail.
care about this bit here because we're going to be putting
you've
a
got
cloud
an extra
over
cloud.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, got that.
So.
Sorry, Lisa. Sorry about that. Actually, a bit of glitter, I think.
Have I got glitter everywhere? Hang on a minute. So let me just get my small roll of double-sided tape that I like to use. Okay. And then. So, thing is, I ran out of I did so many samples, I ran out too late to get any more of the woodware one that I normally use because I love the woodware one. So if anybody wants a good tape, woodware is the one I would definitely go for. So pop that there.
Talking about running about things, the rainbow die here, unavailable singly now.
Yeah.
It's gone. It's sold out individually, so it's only available in the one-day special. But that's okay, because for $24.48 you'll get everything on the flexi buy, and then just one more payment of the same, and you'll get everything in that complete collection today that we've got. So you'll use that so much,
you
won't you?
Genuinely.
And of course, got the quality of your Creative Expressions dies, the weight of the metal.
Okay. So pull that off. I'm terrible. I always trim my nails before I come on air or before I come on TV. Then I can never get my backing off my tape. So I'm a bit slow with my backing. That's because I've got no nails. There we go. So pop that like that. So that's going to sit like that. Okay.
That's an ink mist spray.
That's an ink mist spray. That's one I've had in my stash a long time. So I just used up.
Yeah. Anyone wondering if it was pixie powders because we couldn't tilt it and catch the light? If we had, you would have known. But
so you.
Did you the ink mist spray gives you like a. Shall I grab it?
Of course you can.
There's a bit of pixie in there, isn't there?
It might be mica mister.
Yeah,
it might be a bit of pixie.
Yeah, there is a bit of pixie.
It could even be a mop up that I've done from something I've already.
Yeah, mixture of both, I think. There. Yeah, it could easily be a pick-up off the craft mat and see what
absolutely.
happens.
It probably was. It probably was. I keep, as I always say when I'm on air, I keep them. I always keep.
Yeah, you've got a stack of them. Everyone's got a stack of them, really, haven't we?
So now I'm going to actually use my chalk clouds. I did this one in black, but this stamp I'm going to stamp in blue.
Oh, stamping with our chalk cloud. Oh, brilliant, yeah.
Yeah, and this is using the Showered with Love stamp set.
Right. Oh, yeah, you've got that over there, yeah. There's You Soar Above the Rest, which is very nice. Lovely sentiment.
So, there we go. Let me just, sorry, Matt, can I just move
sure.
just a little bit there? Just stamp that down. Look at that. let me turn that around for you. Oh, shall I? Yeah, I'll turn it around for you.
Yeah, we saw above the rest.
So can you see how clear that stamp?
Isn't that lovely? That's with the chalk cloud.
It's with chalk cloud. Yeah, it's beautiful stuff. Absolutely beautiful.
I shouldn't be asking questions like this 2.5 years in, but you can do that with colour cloud as well, can't you?
You can. Yeah.
It's just been a while since we've done it, I guess.
Yeah,
it is
actually.
You know, when you learn techniques and then you don't see. I suppose that's why it always keeps us coming back for more on the demonstration. You want to remind yourself. Some lovely sentiments on here on the clear stamp set. This is the lovely Showered with Love set. And you've got the umbrella, you've got the Wellington boot, all matching with your dies. You've got a little bit of the blossom up here, the star there. That's like a poinsettia star-shaped flower. But approaching half the stock gone on these, so they're a lovely companion that a lot of people seem to be going for to go with the one-day special. You've got look on the bright side to brighten your day, or just without, you know, even if you're not getting the one-day special. But I like the shape on some of them, the sort of half-moon shape. I don't know why, but that's reminding me of like canal art in a way. Maybe it's the boot.
Yes, I know what you mean.
But, you know, just on the side of a canal boat, you can imagine that one. May your day be filled with sunshine, sending smiles across the miles. If friends were flowers, I'd pick you, and then may all your weeds be wildflowers.
That's my favourite one.
That's a good one, that. Yeah.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Believe in your dreams.
All I'm doing while you was showing, I'm literally putting some tape on here so I can stick this on. Okay.
Are you allowed to say that?
Yeah, blooming.
It's not rude, is it?
No.
Okay.
You're so polite.
Well, just be careful, that's all. That one there. Yeah. I'm not going to read it, just in case.
My analogy is if I tell my daughter off for saying it, then I wouldn't use it on air.
You wouldn't? OK. So that's the rule.
That's my rule, anyway.
You let your daughter say also? No, just joking. No, you don't. But yeah, I think they're on the side of caution, just in case.
You do, you're good.
But
you're very good.
Blooming lovely one-day special there, Lisa Horton.
Thank you,
I said
Matt. OK, let me just pop that down like that. Lay that down. OK. So there we go. That's that. Oh, we've got a hair. That's it. So what we're now going to do is do our little bit there. So let's grab a couple of these. So here's our clouds. So what I've done is I've put some double-sided adhesive sheets on the back, and I've lost my train of thought now, because you know why, don't you?
Yeah.
I'll put some double-sided adhesive sheet on there, and then I'm going to put some glitter over the top of it.
Yes, that's it. OK, so you peel off and stick on. Yeah. So what's on the other side there? You've got your
just
card.
white card,
yeah, okay.
adhesive sheet.
So you put a little pad on there or something.
Yeah. Okie dokie. So we're going to use that glitter jewels, and we're going to use that gorgeous colour.
Oh yeah, this new discovery. I mean, it's always been there, but it's so lovely.
Awesome. So when you look in here in the lid, you can see the colours coming through.
Yes,
and when you see it on the black,
yeah.
Look at that. I just look at it. Isn't it gorgeous?
Yeah, that lovely silver sparkle.
And they're like little tiny discs.
Quite chunky as well, so they catch a lot of light.
But it's so soft. If you feel it, it's really, really soft. It comes with a couple of other...
Yes, the glitter jewels usually come in a little bundle as well. So you get the frosted crystal, which is this one here, which is the pink and the blue. Holographic stars, which is just, we used that the other week actually. And then the opaque snow white micro beads as well. So if you're looking for something to put in your treat cups, that's a little pack to go for on that. And it's on this side of the screen where you see it. $11.99 plus delivery gets you all three. And it's just that little bit of an embellishment. So they last a good amount of time, don't they?
You know, the stars and that are great to use in your treat cups and shakers. That's why I bought them, because I thought they'd be really, really cool together.
Did I see on this card, I'm sure, did you make that on the last...
That's using the Diamond Frost, which again is another thing we've got on the show.
Okay.
You know what we like at Creative Expressions with all our little cosmic shimmer products.
Yeah. Just on the edge of the clouds, you see, it really works, doesn't it?
Doesn't
so just
that look
another thing that you might want to do. Okay. Every cloud, you know what they say.
Exactly.
Every cloud.
Now we've got our little... Oops. Do you know what? I'm on and off with my glasses today. I was saying earlier that I've just been given varifocals.
Oh, yeah? Are these they, or...?
Yeah, and I've not got my head around them at all, really, at the moment, so...
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, they're difficult, aren't they? Oh. But you're so young, Lisa. Very vocal.
I'm not. I'm 51 this year.
Don't tell everybody that, but that's no age. But it's always the stock phrase. It's no age. It's no age. You know.
It's no age.
Even when someone tells you they're 102, that's no age. You're fine.
Yeah. No, they said to me, the lady in the optician actually said to me, she may be really old, when you get to about 40 or 45, you know, you will probably, you know, start losing your middle vision. And
so depressing. It's like,
thanks very much.
you know, no.
Like
I think
really
just
need
ignore
to hear
that. Fight it. Fight it.
So, and then I've got a little tiny heart, and I've done it exactly the same with the heart. Oh, with the...
Oh, the hearts, yeah, you get two different hearts, don't you?
The heart is in with
set.
the...
it's in with the rainbow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even speak
So
now.
the rainbow die's sold out individually, hasn't it? On its own. So it is still available in the one-day special. And on the flexi buy, it's only £9.49 more than the rainbow die on its own. But that's to get everything, to get all 33. And that's the rainbow die is named after one of the sentiments, "You Are My Sunshine." So You Are My Sunshine die set unavailable now singly, but still in the one-day special. We're well over a third of the stock on the one-day special, actually. So congratulations. It's literally, this is the official launch show, the only first couple of shows that we've had this evening. So it's very nice.
So how cute is that? Can you see that?
Yeah.
You soar above the rest.
It's a great sentiment, that.
I
It's
love
on
that.
it's on the lovely Showered with Love clear stamps.
You see the
You saw
dimension
the
as
rest.
well?
Yeah, just
that's what I
raising it
like.
up.
Makes such a difference, doesn't it? Sorry, turn it that way.
It's a wonderful card, that, Lisa, and you've got that
Thank you.
background, the sky
Yeah,
background.
exactly.
Using your micas and your misters.
So start using what you've got at home with your bundle.
Yeah, definitely. So create those sky backdrops. If you've got a lot of those background papers, maybe, of the pinks and purples, nice sunset sort of colours, or bright blues and greens, great for a sky backdrop to the rainbow. We're over a third of the stock gone, remember, so well over. So do check out Every Basket. But here is a quick video showing loads of inspiration from Lisa. Yeah, you go. Inspiration on the video there from all of your designs, Lisa, on there, were they as well?
Yeah, all of it. Yeah, yes,
most of them.
I think they
Yeah,
were.
okay.
99% of them anyway. Yeah.
No worries. It's always nice to know, and you know, rather than say. Now the tree. This is the majestic tree.
Yes.
So popular on a previous show when we first showcased it, but as a companion die to go with the one-day special, we highly recommend it.
Absolutely.
A third of the stock gone already after just, you know, the pre-launch show and this official launch show. So a popular companion die.
Isn't it lovely? It works with the hills, it works with the sunshine. You can have it as an evening tree, you can have it, not an evening tree, a tree at night time, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, nighttime scene or a winter tree.
Exactly, exactly. So again, it works beautifully with all the other dies in the show.
Now there's Lisa's world, where trees only come to life in the evening, and you've got your actual die there with 3 dies. So it cuts your trunk, the outline, and your leaves cut in. So it's 3 dies in total. Companion die to your one-day special. It's £12.99 plus delivery, and it's 92078 to order it. A lot of other people are seeing that as a possibility. So yeah, this is the official one-day special here. Very, very busy on the pre-launch at 5 because yesterday's one-day special sold out. But launching today officially now at 6, and I hope you've already got yours. And the hot air balloon with over a third of the stock gone, well over now. There's that hot air balloon there, but look at this card. I love this
What
one.
I wanted to show of this one is I've cut this inner part of the die into the card. So you can use, and then paper piece the pieces back in again. I'll try and look at that tomorrow morning. But we've also got here, if you turn them upside down, they'd be great Christmas baubles.
Oh, right, yeah. Should we do that? Should we try it? Yeah.
So you could.
Oh yeah, because you see around there.
Yeah. So that's another way of using them.
Little bit of line art up at the top.
And that's done, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you get sunshine there, and you diamond frost in the background.
Have to show this.
Yes.
Have to show this card here. You said about stamping it with the, and this is one of the flower stamps on the Showered with Love set.
Yeah.
With the Showered with Love sentiment.
How easy is that? It's very simple, but I think that's really lovely, don't you?
Yeah, it's a gorgeous one, that. And then using the really pastel colours on the rainbow.
That's one Sue's. It's beautiful. You can tell which one's a Sue's, can't you, in size-wise?
Yeah, nice big card or a smaller one. But also, just, I know this is the card that we just made, but I wanted to show it now because the difference between the rainbow, just to give you an idea.
They look completely different, don't they?
Yeah.
Completely different.
Yeah.
So really happy with those.
And then here, another big one here from Sue as well, maybe?
Yeah, that's from Sue.
Yeah, using the chalk clouds.
There you go to my tiny little one.
This is brilliant, and these stamps are on the show, aren't they? With the gnome spring chicken. Look at that. Mix and match with your current One Day Special dies, but mix and match with the stamps that are also on today's programme. Just love it. Lisa, you're back in an hour.
I am, yeah.
It's going to feel like you're on the whole time, and you do make sure you get a nice cup of tea, won't you?
I will do, definitely.
All right, because there was a pre-launch launch at 5. There's this official show now at 6. Just closing now. It's about 7 p.m. now, but Lisa's back on your screen at 8 p.m. In 1 hour's time. Busy phone lines with 1.5 2-minute queues, so do check out your basket if you're on the web or if you're on the phone. Hang on in there, and congratulations and thank you for your purchase. To see Lisa at 8 o'clock now tonight, but stay tuned, lots more to come. Thank you, Lisa. Thanks. Bye-bye. Yeah, Dave Bradford is going to be with Sheila Douglas now for some 3D embossing folders. Hope you've got your 3D specs ready. Sue Wilson's Rain or Shine One Day Special comes back in an hour, and then album making with Oakwood Archer.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to be a Freedom member? Join us from 6 p.m. on the 11th of January for our fantastic bonus Freedom event, where we're going to offer you a little something extra for the new year. When you make a purchase of £30 or more from us during this event, you'll automatically be given a bonus promo code, which will entitle you to a 1-month Freedom membership, where you'll be able to experience the benefits of Freedom, including unlimited standard delivery. For existing Freedom members who are already experiencing benefits, when you make your first purchase of £30 or more during our event, you'll be given a bonus promo code that will discount your purchase by £6.97. So don't forget to tune in or shop online to take advantage of Bonus Freedom from 6 p.m. on the 11th of January.
Hi, I'm Chloe from Chloe's Creative Cards. We are an award-winning family company based here in the northeast of England. We've been working with Hochanda since the very beginning and the launch of the channel, and we've had such an amazing journey so far. We've been bringing you lots of fabulous new stamps, dies, glitters, embossing powders, and we've got so much more to bring over the coming years too. Over the coming months and year, we'll bring you some fantastic new products to Hochanda. We'll be extending our die range, and we'll be bringing you some fantastic new stamps as well, along with our gorgeous sparklicious glitters and some fabulous new colours in the Wow embossing powders too. It's going to be a brilliant year, and I really hope that we'll bring you something that inspires you in your card making. Don't miss my shows and craft along with me on Hochanda.